the umpiring, we just umpiring is pretty much only timing unless somebody else specifically wants something watched. But obviously still try and keep an eye on games anyway, just in case you do happen to see something and then they can come to you. But we did ask for everybody to come down by 10. If you weren't playing at 10, it wasn't
detrimental.
Mandatory. There you go. But yeah, it would have been nice for us all to be here as a group, and then also for the players that are playing next that are umpiring. That way, they don't have to umpire a whole match. They can still get a chance to be able to practice well before their matches start. So, all right. Well, we've got Ella and Jojo on this table, and Rhio and Cucks on that table, and Nolene, you and Jane will be playing at 12, and you'll be on table 8.
Thanks.
Anyway, I was going to say that at some point today, please, ideally don't bring any food in. If you do go out to get anything to eat, don't bring it in. If you get something from outside, eat it outside of the venue. They did go out and get, like, not exactly sure what food is available today, but there is something because they did go out to prepare something.
Like Kiara being silly, I can know that.
Her special dietary requirements, that's okay, but like going on to get some fish and chips and all that.
Rice crackers and cheese and veggie fries, is that right?
They're not meals.
That's good.
And anyone that wants to commentate with Tim while not umpiring, you're more than welcome to have a go. Except for the one that's playing at the moment.
Oh, really?
He's got the mic.
He should get a headset.
See how close it is.
Yeah, imagine that might be like that'll be amazing.
What do you mean?
You'll be thinking out loud. You can't hear anyone else.
I'll be like,
I'm happy to tick off over here umpiring. Does someone want to put their hand up to start umpiring Caroline and Rhio? Yeah, I'm happy to start.
I'll go over there.
Yeah, why don't you do some commentary?
No, not yet. I'll wait.
Okay, Bella, go do some commentary.
Bella, Tim will do it. You'll be fine. Jamie will be here soon anyway and take over, so it'll only be
For you. Go, Tim.
Do it.
Come on.
Go on.
you gotta go this.
No one can see you, but Belle. No one knows it's you. No one
And
can see
Bella, you gotta say current national team champion.
I'm going to say Caroline Tyler.
Sorry.
So I'll be still watching. Break.
No, you can break.
Who said a red jay up? That's illegal. No worries. I'm big on my yellow jays. Even in the competition I play that they don't play all rules, I try to make them do yellow jay. Is it closest to the rail or the upper line? The cush. The cush. Yeah, okay. I can never remember. It's the cush.
Yeah, and you can touch, it can go up and back. But yeah, since it gets...
Good morning, everyone. We're at bar 8 this morning for the first of the women's elimination finals round. I'm joined in the commentary box by Bella DiGiorgio, who'll be playing on later today. And the first matchup is Rhio Bolton against Caroline Ruscitti. What do you make of this game then, Bella?
Well, I think it's going to be a tough match. You know, they've played each other quite a bit before, and yeah, I'm expecting it to be a quite close scoreline the entire way through.
Yeah, I'd expect it to be within 7-5 either way here.
Yeah.
I'd say they've played each other a lot. They're both good friends and doubles partners for the state doubles, so they both know each other's game inside out.
Yeah.
And I believe Caroline won the lag, hens broke first errands on yellows. She's in a bit of trouble early on in this frame, but the saving grace would be that I don't think, oh there we go, that the black doesn't pass the yellow. So she's still got time and control at the moment.
Yeah, she's got a few dead balls she needs to take care of.
And in the other ladies' elimination final, we've got Jojo, or Joanne Brown, playing Linda Element. So the winner of these two matches will then play each other to then play the loser of yourself and Colby. Is that right, Bella?
Correct, yes.
And how have you enjoyed your season then at the BPPL Bella this year? Obviously, I believe you won the ladder, is that right?
Yes, I did finish first, which was pretty nice, considering I finished in the bottom half last year, so it was good to get in the top half this year.
It's only going to be a matter of time as well with you and Colby coming top two. That gives you the double chance today, which is going to be a massive factor, I believe, because all four of these ladies playing now are theoretically going to have to win 4 matches to win this without losing one. And when you're playing pretty much the entire Victoria state team, it's going to be a hard task.
Yes, well, they're all really good matches too, that's the thing. Anyone can win.
Yeah.
Rheo's just given away 2 here.
I actually like this shot because I'm not sure if she can see the one on the rail, which if she can't, it means she's going to be opening the black up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this looks good if she lands on this ball. That's a really good shot there by Caroline. Only problem is if she does take this one, Rio's reds are all going to then be on, and she's still going to have 2 really tough balls down the rail.
Yep.
Not sure if she can cut this one back and then play the one back down the rail for maybe some coverage. Oh, that's not a bad result, I think, if she's tied these 2 reds up near the right middle.
Not a bad shot. Just blocked the pocket as well. Rio's got to try and gain some control here of the table.
I think she might try and come around the back here of these 2, but I think she might be playing this up towards the top right now.
Yeah.
Sort of hoping, realistically, that it doesn't go in to cover the hole. See, although that's gone in now, I think here she might be able to split the 2 reds, bounce the top one on and off the rail to leave Caroline off the one on the right hand cushion so she can't roll that down to cover the bag.
Yeah.
And just leave Caroline the yellow near the black. But she just has to make sure that even if she leaves her on the one over the hole, just don't leave her on the one on the rail.
Yeah.
Because if she leaves that, then Caroline's going to have complete control of the frame.
I think she's looking at trying to break them out. I think she's going game
Yeah,
now.
she might be having a dip.
Yeah, she nodded at me. Oh,
Can we just get the other side view a sec, Dan? Just of the middle of the table. So yeah, it doesn't really look like there's even a double there because it's too close to the jaw. So unless she's playing this red now off the other red.
Yeah.
But she's going to have to play this at quite some pace, and I think it will mean both reds moving and one might... Oh, she missed the red.
Yeah, she's tried to focus too much on getting the...
Yeah, she got a good white for the other ball.
cannon there. Yeah. Still a tricky out from here.
It's not the worst place to really have left the white as well for
Yeah.
Rhio, because Caroline will be reluctant to play the one over the hole. There we go, that's a great shot by
That's a nice
Caroline.
shot.
She's tried to tie that yellow up there, but I think it might be just far enough away from the yellow to still leave the double on.
Yeah, I don't know if I really like that kind of shot. Because, yeah, you're not really promoting your reds as such.
Yeah, she's just trying to bide her time there,
Yeah.
I think, rather than she's trying to lose it rather than make something
Yeah.
happen to win. But if this double's on, I can't see Caroline turning the finish down. She does like to have a go from a snooker background. So you'll see a lot of players here just cover this bag with the yellow, but I wouldn't say Caroline's a very aggressive player from what I saw at the Nationals. I'd be very surprised if she's not having a go to
Yeah,
finish here.
she's a very aggressive player. Rarely see her cover a pocket. And a lot of the time she gets these kind of outs.
Yeah, I said she backed herself, which
Yeah.
is the right way to go about things. Only takes, if she covers this bag, for Rhio to somehow get coverage with a red on top of it, and then it's a flip of a coin. Yep, I think she's going to have to play safe now, though. I don't see her.
Yeah, she can't hold for the other yellow.
There's the thin up and down, but for the yellow in the same pocket, but it's a bit risky when you've got the balls in the...
It's a bit of a low percentage shot, I
Yeah.
must say. You'd like to cover the bag and just get the white safe near the black.
Would you be tempted to hit the yellow a bit thicker and get the white tight behind the black, or would
Yeah.
you just get for
Yeah,
the
no,
pocket?
I'd try and get it behind the black. But if not, just try and not leave a shot of any sort.
Oh, she's gone for the up
She's
and
tried to
down.
go for the up and down.
As I was saying, Caroline's very aggressive,
Yeah.
and
I'm just trying to look to get a safe white here.
yeah, in this sort of situation, I'm always looking to see where you can leave the yellow to hopefully try and not leave Rhio red, but also where you've not got a simple roll up to red 4-ball snooker,
Yeah,
just so that you're putting pressure on Rhio to play a shot
yeah,
and not leave you a dip at the yellow next go.
yeah.
She's sort of half done that there, but if I'm Rhio now, you're just pushing the red on the rail over the middle pocket,
Yeah.
leaving the white exactly where the red is. There's no double, there's no
She's
pop.
practically got no really shot on the yellow. And that way you're promoting your dead red. So next visit she can go out.
That's it. It's the right shot. Maybe a little bit pacey, because she'd have liked that on the far side of the middle pocket, so that it's a bit easier now for Caroline just to bounce the yellow out and leave the white on the top rail and still leave Rhio not really a pop.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was this side over the pocket, then there's pretty much nowhere safe on the table. Sorry, Dan, could we just go to the side camera again just to see
Curious to see whether that yellow
if it
goes.
goes? No, it doesn't. Well, no, I wouldn't say that goes. You'd be able to get the bag at pocket weight, but
I'm not a huge fan of that shot then.
now that that doesn't go, I'd still want to leave the white on the right hand side of the table because yeah, that should be fine.
It's a good pot. Rio's got control here.
See, yeah, there's no need to commit to a finish here.
That's
Just
right. That red's in a good spot then to get an easy shot on the black.
because at the moment you sort of want, even if you snooker and she hits the yellow, you want it out of the way because you're playing for a small gap for the red.
That's right.
And unless you're very close to snookering yourself, you're going to have a bad angle on the red anyway to hold for the black. So unless she's going to go middle corner, then back down for the middle now, but...
Yeah, it looks like she's committing.
See, that's too hard. See, now she's probably got to just roll this down, but not too close that she's forced to put it next time. Just
Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, I'd want to leave that red near the yellow till last. I would definitely not be going this way.
So yes, so now I'd be leaving this probably 6 inches short of the pocket, but off the cushion.
Yeah.
So that way, if Caroline gets a good yellow here, Rio's not forced to put the one over the hole.
Yeah.
And she can play for a better chance, or wait for a better chance. With this, I think as long as Caroline overcuts it, she's always going to cover the red.
Yeah.
Which is why Rhio didn't want this one over right over the pocket, which is... See, now I've just touched the red to exactly where it is again now, not right over the pocket, just so you've still got options and make Caroline move the yellow.
Yeah, sort of here, you just got to wait for her to make a mistake. Because once that yellow's out, Rhio can go game.
It's the right shot. Now this is a tough shot for Caroline now. To be able to judge the pace, to hit a rail but also not hit it too hard so that the red passes.
Yeah.
If she comes off the side rail into the yellow, I can't tell how the yellow and the red are positioned, but it might push the red to the top rail, leaving a no shot that way. There's an edgy first frame. That's probably the right shot. She's going to find herself in pretty much exactly the same position, I think. They just called it there that the red's not frozen on the rail. I was going for the aggressive option.
I don't really understand what she was trying to do there.
I think she needed to play that, but if she was going to play that, but a lot thinner to leave the red still over the corner. It was over and send the white into the yellow. It was probably a risky shot that you didn't really need to play.
Yeah.
She's had a bit of a result of how it's turned out. See, now she's in a spot of bother because if Caroline just bounces this yellow out and sends the white into the red to kill that on the top rail, she's leaving basically a long shot, or she's promoting her yellow and killing the red.
Mm-hmm. This is a risky shot.
I'm not sure about this one because...
Oh, I thought she was going to come off a few rails. Thank God.
I'm not sure about that because I think Rhio now should be playing to get a bad ball out. Sort of, if they're not a plant, which looking at the other camera angle they're not, she can play this thin just to get some separation and play position for the one that she's doubling now.
Yep.
And then play back up for that one, but she's going a different route. See, she's going to, I'm assuming, play for coverage now.
Yeah.
But these are the sort of ones, always the way that when you don't want to pot them, they end up just floating straight down the rail and dropping. Oh, she's made sure that that can't happen.
First frames are always going to be nervy frames in a
Yeah, that's it.
semi-long race. So
I think after the 3 or 4 frame mark, we'll really see who's playing the better, let's say the first couple of frames, or until they've both got a frame on the board. Looks like JoJo's, or had 2 on the other table. I think she only got 1 now.
just try to play a good contain shot there.
That's a bit unlucky really with a double kiss.
Yeah.
Can you see who's 1-0 up on the other table, Bella?
Oh, I can't see from here.
Dan says Lyndall's 1-0 up.
Okay.
Risky there, but it's a not bad result.
This frame looks like it's going to be going for a while. Lots of little tippy-tappy shots.
So these are the ones that you've sort of got to trust the table, but
Yeah.
if it rolls either way, if it rolls to the left here, she's going to double kiss and leave the red on. And if it goes right, then she's going to not hit the ball, so...
What you want to do here on yellows is just not leave Rhio a clear shot of the
Just
red.
played that as well as she could
That's
have
a great
hoped.
shot. Is that black onto the corner, past the red?
I think it is, yeah. Oh, we can just see at the top of the screen there, Lyndall's just missed that black against JoJo. See, Rio's looking at a very fine edge of the red behind the black, but I don't think that's too risky to... Obviously, depending on how much she believes she can see of it, but if it's that tight...
I don't particularly want to move the red near the black, because it's in a quite a good position.
Mm. She might have no... If she can hit it, it's definitely the shot just to roll. Oh, that's a very good shot. But although she's killed the
Yeah, that's...
killed the red, I can't see Caroline hitting this yellow particularly hard, which means that Rio's going to then be on the red to get complete cover of the pocket.
That's what I mean, like she had quite a bit of control already with the red there. Maybe just chipping off the other red into yellow and just leaving her a hard shot on the yellow or not even a shot.
Yeah, maybe
Leaving the white,
just
maybe in the
stunning it,
pocket.
leaving the white, and leaving a double, like
Yeah.
something that's...
Yeah. She's still going to get it.
Oh,
I'm very surprised by that shot. Because obviously it wasn't a hard snooker to get out of.
No.
And if she just hit it, she's putting the pressure back on Rhio with a dead ball.
yeah. The only thing is, I think here Rhio should be playing this to the top, and if it goes in great, just promote the red over the middle.
That's it, yeah.
If it doesn't, as if you get it over the hole, just drop it in and then you can play the red down the rail where...
And get some coverage.
See, that's the same, basically the same effect. She's got the same shot now.
Yeah.
She'll play it down the rail. If she pots it, she's going to be straight in the middle. And if she doesn't, she should have coverage. I'm looking down the line of the shot here, actually at the table. That's a great
It's a
shot.
really nice shot. She's played that really nicely, actually.
See here, just maybe slightly jacking up just to stun the white.
Yeah.
No need to screw back, it's fine if it's where the red is. There we go, that should be 1-0 to Rhio. There we go, 1-0.
Bit of a nervous frame from both players.
Yeah, they would have. Whoever lost that frame would have been disappointed because they both had control at parts of it. So it was just a strange. Carolina played some good deliberates in that frame, and I just think that was maybe one too many there.
Yep. I believe Ella's on the black here.
Yep, she is. This is for a 2-0 lead.
Hit that way too thick.
And that kiss hasn't helped either. Am I right in saying that JoJo actually got into the finals by a frame? Did she by a point over
Pretty sure,
Gov?
yeah, it was just a frame.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing how tight it is over a course of a season for it to come down to one frame.
Very tight.
And I thought, was it Caroline herself that she beat the last match? I think 7-6.
Yes, 7-6 it was. Yep. This is a tough black. Especially on these tables.
I actually think JoJo is a really good single ball potter, so as we say
Correct.
there.
You
She's very good.
That's a great shot.
Single ball potting. And we've got CueballTV or CueballTV's #1 commentators here now. He's going to step into the booth for me in a second. Pass you over to Jamie.
Not much. Just do a bit of commentary.
Good morning, viewers. And I decided to come down here last night and partake in some evening festivities. And with a head like mine, you do need to get your beauty sleep. So I did roll up a little late. Did you give any early predictions on this match, Bella?
I said that it would be a close match. I didn't give any scoreline, but I know it will be a tight one.
Did you pick a winner though?
I did not pick a winner.
So you're a fence sitter already.
I
Okay,
am,
we're going to have to
yes.
train you accordingly.
I just think, they've played each other quite a few times. It's hard to predict who will win.
Before the match even started, I tipped Caroline to sneak over the line, but she's already 1-0 down.
Yep.
But race to 7 is no short race.
Yep.
And, well, a good opportunity here as well. I think she's on this ball that she's kind of just cannoned and can play it long. Can leave it later on for the middle, but I think choosing to remove this ball now because it's probably tricky to get on, and she's on it as good as she's going to get during this frame. And this is the key transition shot right here, because that ball that's up near the black, while yes, it looks very simple, you've got to get the white ball in a pretty precise spot to actually pot it, and then obviously transition to either the final yellow if you choose to play for it now,
Yep.
or onto the black. Me personally here, I'd be stunning right up the centre of the table, trying to land on both balls.
Exactly, I was just about to say that. I think it's best just to leave yourself on both options, see where you're at.
Yeah, always give yourself as many options as possible. Well, she just didn't really get onto it, but maybe okay. Maybe I'll just dribble this in and the white ball will hold for the final yellow.
It always makes that shot a little bit trickier, having the white on the rail.
Absolutely. But the good thing here is because the white is lighter than the object balls in 8-ball, she'll practically be able to play this at dead weight, and the white ball will hardly move. And you can see there from the angle that Dan's given that there's a decent gap to land in.
Yep.
And she's even pinched the pocket as well. So one would imagine here this will just be a stun off the side cushion, play the black in the same pocket as she's about to put the yellow in now.
Yep.
Playing with top though, it looks like playing for the centre instead. Nothing wrong with that. Or just tried to guide it a little.
She's left a huge pocket too.
That's a huge pocket for you, Bella. For me, that looks like it's too tricky. Very gettable though, although can't. Probably too risky to play it straight away, so Rhio eyeing this ball off in the middle. Got a lot of movement there. If she actually goes back and watches that one shot, you will see her whole body move.
There's no feathers, nothing.
Yeah, it took it a bit easy perhaps. Caroline will still play for the centre. She's going to screw on up the side rail. No, she's misjudged it a little badly there.
Very difficult shot from here. Gettable, but very difficult.
Yeah, I don't get these. You do?
Nah, not really.
But if she does miss this and then go on to lose the frame, it's a huge let-off, and probably will drop some confidence from it as well. I'll tell you what though, that is an excellent recovery.
She's a very good cueist, Caroline, with a snooker background.
Yeah, a lot of people that have been watching the streams over the last sort of few years will have no idea who this lady is. But Caroline has played Q Sports. In fact, her whole family has for a very, very long time. But Caroline obviously took time off, had a family, got married, did all the standard stuff that people do in Australia. And Ella has left a foul snooker here. Jojo right on it. I walked in the door just to see Jojo pot this ridiculously tough black. Just smashed it in like it wasn't even there.
Yeah, she did no feathers, just smashed it in.
I actually like Jojo's game. She doesn't really put any time into the game and does not care one little bit. Just gets down and has a crack. I love watching her play. Doesn't muck around, just gets on with it.
It's a job done.
Does need to change her bridge hand though. You can see a lot of it's really raised there. And she's got a massive strawberry there result.
Lucky there.
Puts her hand up and says, "Sorry, that was horrible." You can just see how she's got her bridge hand there. So when you're playing power shots, for example, that's going to move that bridge hand. It's not possible for it to stay still.
Yeah.
So you need to get she needs to get that side of her hand flat to the table. But see what I mean? I expected her to pot that. She doesn't even really feather, she just gets on with it. Might be enough though, unless Alice screws up the rail off this ball. She might have to pinch a bit of pocket. If she gets a can on that ball, it's stuck to the side rail. They're all there.
Yeah, that's a shot.
And Ella does have a good action. Just actually got into it too much, but that's a result. She got the cannon in a different way than probably what she intended.
Don't mind that shot.
It's a good shot.
Everything's nice and open.
She's got good cue power earlier, actually.
Very experienced player.
Yeah, been around a long time. Obviously WA before Victoria. So I was a bit surprised she took that ball first, purely because of the transition to another ball was
the
tough.
white's moving away from all the other yellows.
Yeah, so now you've got to pick the gap here, and I think she'll be trying to screw off this ball in the centre and miss the can on the one that's below it, get through the gap, but she's got to get into it a bit. She's saying, no, I'm doing this instead. Well, she's got the cannon, and tell you what, I wouldn't be upset with that result.
It's a bit ABC here for me.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be playing this ball now, but that's all good.
I'd be looking to play the one on the right side centre than the one that's just pot and the other one in the centre.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. I just felt that it was just very simple to...
Yeah.
It was the roll-ins, but should still be okay here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was one of those outs where you can go a number of ways.
It's personal preference as well sometimes with shots.
Don't see her missing this. She's just checking the angle, making sure she's all good on the shot.
Yep. And that should be a 2-1 lead to Lyndall.
And from what I've seen so far, yes, we've seen a couple of blacks missed here and there, but no one likes to play in the morning.
That's correct.
Not well. If they do, they're a freak. But the standard so far not been too bad.
Yeah. There's a bit of a nervous first frame between Rhio and Caroline, which went for a while, but I think they're getting going now. So.
Yeah, you're going to get the nervous ones. I mean, we're going to see
First
you and
frame.
Colby go head to head soon. I'm sure we'll see a couple of dodgies in there as well early on.
Absolutely. No, I'm looking forward to it.
It will be interesting because, unfortunately for you, Bella, I have told Colby how to exploit your game.
Thanks, Jamie.
But it is an area that once you fix up, I don't believe many people will get near you for a few years to come. So
All right.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet. And I have it on pretty good authority that we have a viewer tuned in from Belgium. So a hello to Joe in Belgium who tuned in to watch the pool. And Caroline going ultra safety. That's not a bad shot.
It's a good shot. Caroline's in control, so.
Well, that's interesting. Colby's actually timing on the table that I probably wouldn't have timed if I was going to pick one of them.
And why is that?
I think this match that we're watching right now has the potential to go slower than the other match. And the only reason is just JoJo just doesn't take any time at all. She just gets down and knocks balls in, whereas these two, if they get into a tactical battle... oh, there is... Okay, there's timers on both, so I'll just shut up now. Oh, we're playing, yeah.
Pardon? No, 40 starts next year.
So we're just, there's been a little bit of a whisper about the old 40 seconds. It's been a real contentious Facebook topic when it got announced that it was happening at the Nationals next year. Lots of fors, a few against, and interestingly, some of those people that were against it were very, very well respected, high level players. I know Alec Everinatis comes to mind. I personally am for the change, but I don't like the way that it was brought in. So I think statistics should have been collected on the matches, on how long each player took a shot, averaged it out, and if it was more than 40 seconds, or even 30 seconds, then go for it.
Fair enough.
I think if you watch the national titles, especially the men in the quarters, there was hardly any time taken at all in most visits. And the other reason I'm sort of a little against it happening is I think it needs to really filter, not from the top. I think it needs to filter from the top right down into every league if you're going to bring a change like that. It's a pretty big change. And you're going to find that you'll get some players that aren't the quickest around, where they're used to the 60-second call. They might sneak into a stateside for their first time and they'll absolutely be shell-shocked by a 40-second clock. And that a need to adapt on the spot there is probably a little unfair. But I'll certainly be encouraging the league I play for in Ballarat to make that change. So this is becoming ugly, this frame now.
It is. Just been watching a few shots while you've been talking, yeah. White ball's been travelling quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was messy to begin with, but they've just been sort of flailing away and messed it up a little bit more. Now, there's another error there. You watch her action, big shoulder drop on the cue. Tem should be all over that. And Tem's got the same problem I do. person that they try and help doesn't listen. I would love to see Caroline widen her stance a little bit. But who am I to say? She cues well. She cues better than I do, probably. So. And Steve Jamieson last night got stuck into me about my action. Good on you, Steve. Thanks for just absolutely drilling me like for about 45 minutes about it. And he made some very valid points. I know for one that I'm not the greatest cueist on the planet. But it was an enjoyable conversation. Now, Caroline, is she going to get aggressive here? No. I thought she might try and flick the black off, but that probably was a crazy decision. And this is starting to become one of those frames where you kind of want to attack and try and open the balls up, but at the same time, there's too much going on all over the table.
There's too much traffic. Too many dead balls everywhere.
Yeah, this red on the left is like no good at all. And Rhio actually put that there from the shot she played before. She just flicked it onto there.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's going to try and cut this back.
Just trying to open up the black there.
Yeah, see,
I don't really think there was any need to do that shot.
I don't think she was trying to open the black up. I just think she's just getting a ball near her pocket. It's a bit of a nothing shot. But having said that, I don't have all the answers this frame. It's a real tricky frame. A lot of the time you'll try and get some coverage on the black when you've got a lot of tied up balls, but it's on the rail, so you don't really want to push a ball onto the rail and tie it up.
Yeah.
But if I'm Caroline here, I'm getting on this double as soon as possible, and she's done exactly that. I don't think this will double though. And go on.
I was just saying, yeah, at least get it out. Rio's got a dead black, dead red.
This is the oh wow, that was on. That's a great shot. This is sort of the difference, I think, a lot of the time with the women and the men. Whereas if you just get that yellow out, one of the top level guys may go out from here.
Yeah, correct.
But it's pretty unlikely that one of the girls will, and that's not me being nasty to the girls.
Fact.
It's, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a tough out for anyone.
Yeah.
But Caroline's going about this in such a way where she wants to attack, but the problem is the transition now and onto this ball that's stuck to the red. Well, how is she going to get on it? She's actually got to screw.
This is actually a very key shot right here, and it's very difficult.
She's got to stun centre table or pass centre table, give herself a little angle on that ball over the pocket where she can just drop it in and just try and land on the side rail and put the yellow in it, or go for the cannon, depending. I think trying to land behind it is a safer option.
Yeah.
This has got to be cued well.
And it's on the rail as well.
And she's stretching as well. Yeah, so look how long the bridge is. This is low percentage, and that's why she's opted to just sit it over the hole, but she's accidentally pot it. And another, same deal here. If that had sat over the hole, I'll back a few of the guys to get this out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, realistically, they've got to get one cannon on that red, and they've got a ball on the right side of the table there, or just land behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But I still like the way Caroline went about that. Just, I think if she had a better cueing at that ball on the cushion where she didn't have such a long bridge, she would have taken it on. And now she's asked the question of Rhio and says, well, the balls along the rail on these tables aren't super easy.
It's gettable though.
It's very gettable.
She's got a chance. She's got to take it.
And that's missed. There's no pause there in the action. A lot of things to fix up for her. I mean, don't get me wrong, she might just be got the morning, you know, the early morning stuff going on where you're just not getting through the ball right. You know, you're not at your premium. So I'm not criticising her entirely, but I have seen a few things I think she could fix up with her action. Well, that's almost extremely unlucky. So just flick this in with just a trace of left-hand side. Just a trace. Don't want to be going near the middle pocket. She's actually hitting this with bottom, and that's played well. So given that what's happened since I've been here, wow, she's accidentally dragged that instead of screwed off it, nearly dumped the white. I think if Caroline continues to play aggressive and ask the question of Rhio at the moment, I don't think Rio's flowing at the moment. I think she's feeling amazing. Body language certainly tells me she doesn't feel sensational at the table. And if Caroline puts her under pressure, she may see a few more chop-ups and steal a few more frames.
Yeah.
But at the same token, if Rhio gets going and starts nailing those outs, the entire dynamic will change.
It's still very early days.
Yeah, race to 7. It is very long. We are in for a long day, aren't we, Dan?
Personally, I would love a race to 11, but obviously can't be done.
Well, you will get that soon because the big guns next year
Yep.
will be happening. It was actually funny. You can actually blame me for this league not being race to 11. I thought I'll be one of the people you can blame. I actually said straight out to Colby that race to 11 for the girls is just too long.
Too long. Yeah. Maybe it's just me then who wants a race to 11.
Well, you've got a lot of things on your side that want that. The main thing being youth, and you're the only person more keen to play 8 ball in Australia than you at the moment is probably Colby.
Yeah.
Well, you probably got her covered as well.
Still hasn't got a very clear shot here. I just got to play out the top corner.
Top corner looks like suicide, but the only option, doesn't it?
Yep, just lining it up.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think there's anything else on.
No.
I don't think you can flick it off the yellow into the bottom left. It's just got to be cut and just trusted to luck with the white. Not a bad attempt. And this is a bit of a happy birthday, but very missable this out if you're not feeling great.
Yeah.
The JoJo won't even be caring about where the balls are. She'll just be, I'll pot this, I'll pot this, I'll pot this, I'll pot this.
Yeah, I found with JoJo she can just pot them from anywhere.
She can. I've
Doesn't
seen
matter
her.
where they are.
I've seen her do it at nationals where there was all the Victorian guys watching her, and she just nails this huge out. Like just walked off like nothing was going on. And the amount of administration that JoJo puts into 8 ball is probably more than any female player. I didn't say any female because I think Andrea probably does the most.
Yeah.
But JoJo has a fair crack. She's involved in the Australian committee, Victorian committee, some of the league committees. Obviously this one, the men's VPPL, and I think even Latrobe Valley she might be involved with. Who knows what else she's involved with, but she...
She's very committed to
yeah,
netball.
so she's one of those people that sacrifices her time to, for the game to be administered, improved, etc. When she could just be putting time in on the table. I've just tried to guide that in. I think playing shots on these tables soft, dead weight over full length is very tricky. They tend to drift a little, these tables. But I think still it probably was the right shot there. JoJo's actually in a bit of trouble now.
Yes, she is. That white had it just stopped. Just a bit further to the left-hand side. She would have had those 2 yellows, 2 of the most dodgiest yellows. She would have been in a much better position.
Yeah, it needs to play the long ball and deep screw off it. Tough shot for anyone, really.
Yeah. Now on these tables, you just... Yeah, you got to hit them very nice.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any issues with the table speed and stuff. I actually came here last night pretty late. I think I got here about 11:30 at night, and all the tables had the little numbered scorebook thingies on the tables that had reserve written on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so no one was able to play on them last night. And Joe's just said, well, that out was too hard. I'm just playing a snooker, and I don't blame her. Can Ella though sneak through? I think if she's going to come off a cushion, I think she's got to swerve it. I think she's going to need to jack up left hand side to bend the angle around the yellow, so she can get even more closer to the rail.
Yeah.
Towards the black. But I could be wrong. I mean, the camera angles can be very deceiving. She might just bang this straight in, and she has. In fact, she had heaps because she's actually hit it too thick. So 3-2 to Ella, is it? Or was that 2-all? 3-2?
3-2.
And, well, once again, we've seen, obviously, Caroline's missed her last ball and asked the question of Rhio. Rhio's not answered.
The same thing with the shoulder drop. I mean, Rhio, sorry.
Yeah, she's dropping it heaps, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, she's got the luxury this time at least that her opponent's ball's not right over the hole. So if she misses a ball like that, it may not be the end of the frame.
Yeah.
Probably worth flicking off the edge. I think this is the right shot. Just flick off this, take the white ball to the right side of the table and get a snooker. Yeah, I think that's the right shot.
She's played it well.
Well, I think there might be a gap.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, did she?
If she has left a gap and Caroline can hit this full ball and promote the red to sort of, you know, close the pocket, in between bulk line and pocket, and leave the white ball hard up on the bottom rail, Rhio will be under pressure again.
It's funny seeing the camera angles on the TV and then seeing it like in real life.
Yeah, and this is one reason why I call 1,000 shots a frame wrong.
Yeah.
Because I just misjudge the angle, and you would think the amount of commentary I've done over the years now, I'd get it right. It just is never going to happen, unfortunately. And there was a truck to be fit through there, and that's actually not good for Caroline. I'm sure she would have aimed for the right side there, you'd think.
Yeah.
Maybe she copped a bit of drift, I don't know. Rhio can afford to sort of have a bit of a dip here, shot to nothing. Wow, she may not hit a rail. I think it's hard to know whether she's tried to pot that dead weight or whether she's played for this snooker.
I think she's played for the snooker. That was very far from where the pocket was.
It was. But like I said, it could be a bit of drift. I personally hate this particular table they're playing on. I have a horrible record on it, and I know it's probably more psychological than anything, but I hate it. That's a pretty good shot from Caroline, unless it wasn't a total. Might have been a foul. Because she did hit cushion first.
It must have been a total then.
I didn't hear a total. It didn't look like a total.
It didn't.
We're going to find out in a sec, because if Rhio has 2 shots, then we'll know it wasn't.
It must have been a foul.
No, I'd say it's not either. She wouldn't be playing this ball first if she had 2. Oh, that's not good.
She's getting a bit frustrated out there, Rhio.
Yeah, and this is what you'll see from her when she's not flowing.
Yeah.
You see a lot of emotion. Something that you know, she'll need to turn around quickly, otherwise this match could run away from her. Just see Caroline's arms in a bit there. See her arm? Her elbow's in.
Yeah, it goes the opposite direction to what most people's arms do.
Yeah.
Most people's arms go to the right side. Must be working for her.
Well, I guess at the end of the day, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'm far from it as far as my action's concerned, but I'm always looking to improve it.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people are as well. And that shot there is a very good shot, and that was Rhio trying to get herself going and saying, come on, just knock these balls in, they're not that hard, this game's not that hard. But that's how she'll be feeling at the moment. She'll be thinking, this game's not that hard. But why is it at the moment? Overplayed. She's trying to cue through the ball and get herself going. I can see it. And a lot of players do this. She almost might be... I don't know if she can dribble this yellow into the middle. I think she can. It's just a matter of whether she can hold the white. May have to drag this yellow in. And you're not queuing awesome when you're playing a drag shot, where you've really got to kill the white. It's a tough shot to play. May opt to try and get the cannon instead. It looks pretty natural.
Yeah.
Playing just below centre. Yeah, she's getting really frustrated.
Yep. Cues flying in the air.
To me there, it looked like she decided, okay, I'm going to play for the cannon, but then when it came to come and commit to the shot, didn't really commit 100% into the action, into the dedication to the shot. Made the decision that's what she was going to do, but I don't think the same commitment was made to the actual shot itself.
Yeah.
And Caroline's
Nice
landed,
shot.
yeah, very nice on this black. I think a toilet break for Rhio right now would do wonders. Just get her head right.
Yeah, she's trying to force the situation a bit, Rhio. It's just backfiring.
I have to question as well how many of the girls that are actually playing today put any time in the last month or two, because, and the reason I say that is because there is nothing going on at this time of year. There's no tournaments.
Yep.
The last thing that happened was the Nationals, and this is the only thing going on for the girls. There's no comps going on at all. So the motivation to practice is tough. I'm sure you're playing every day, Bella.
Yeah, I had a hit yesterday.
Yeah. What
It's
about
my latest one.
What about in the last 2 months? How much have you played?
Oh yeah, I play, you know.
Every day?
Oh, it's been a bit hard every day, but yeah, every second day at least. You know. Yeah, I always try and put some practice in. Yeah, it was just a few drills or a few games.
I used to love those days when I used to just want to practice all the time.
Yeah.
Well, got a ball in, not the most favourable white ball, and there's a cluster of hell on the left-hand side.
Bit dodgy.
Did pot a red, and probably prefer yellows personally here.
Yeah, the yellows just look like they have a bit more control at the moment.
Well, you've got that yellow over the centre there where you can use to just get an angle and go into this pack and try and develop something. Reds have no development potential at all, really, at least from where the white ball is right now.
Yeah.
But looks like she's going to play safety. No, took a tricky ball in the middle. That's a really nice shot.
Good cueist.
And I'll tell you what, if you can flick this red in off the yellow, I don't think you can play power and get too much disturbance, but definitely not the ball on the cushion's not going to get moved. Well, as I say that, I'm wrong. But it's actually 10 times worse now. and this was the issue of taking reds straight away and potting balls. You were never going to pot out.
Yeah.
So now Caroline has 3 balls, or in this situation 3 soldiers, off the battlefield, and about to eliminate a 4th. And probably a 5th without much result.
Yeah, she's trying to get angle on this one down the bottom here.
Yeah, and look, even if she gets an angle, and she's got an angle to cannon the pack, she needs the biggest result of all time.
It's very unpredictable to know where the reds are going to go.
Nostradamus himself could not have predicted where the balls would go if she got a cannon on them. So I would expect us to get laid up. Oh, she's going for the double. Tell you what, that's not a bad shot.
That's a good shot.
Now, if Rhio doesn't do something about this right away, and I mean move the yellow that's near the red, I'm just belting the crap out of that pack. The next shot, I'm not belting it, but I'm trying to free my reds up
Yeah.
and put the pressure back on Rhio, knowing that she's struggling at the moment. And, you know, both with her action and also probably mentally a little bit now. And just, while you can put the pressure on someone in ways where you probably don't normally, you may as well take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that shot Rheo's played, because she's basically said, well, I'm not allowing you access to that pack. Does have the option to come off the bottom cushion and try and go into the red. Risky though, because if you don't get the cannon, so if you don't hit the red and hit a yellow, you could open everything up for your opponent and give them 2 shots.
Yeah.
She's going to go up and down and hit the one on the left-hand side. I think if she plays this shot, I'm playing this at quite a bit of pace, if I'm her. She's misjudged the
Straight
angle.
to a yellow.
Not the most amount of damage done. That's not too bad. 1 red's been freed up. But that pace that Caroline hit that, I would have hit that twice as hard. Because if I make contact with that red on the left-hand side cushion, all I'm doing is pushing the yellow down right over the pocket at that speed. But if I belt it, it wasn't the plant, didn't look on, so I'm probably going to draw the yellow. I'm going to get some movement.
Yeah.
Now Rhio, chance to extend the lead. And that's in.
It's a nice black considering she was bridging Ella.
Yeah, I think Ella's a bit dangerous at the moment. I think
She's, when she gets going, she's very hard to beat, very dangerous player. She's one who can make outs, one of many women.
Yeah, and she's got a good all-round game, Ella. I think she plays. I don't think she puts time much in anymore as like she used to. I think back when she was playing a lot of the snooker comps and stuff, and putting a lot of time into the game, I felt that she was playing really, really well. Like, looked extremely dangerous at all times. Now it seems I know she's a very busy lady.
Yeah.
Does work a lot of hours. Does, you know, same deal. She does things that don't need to be done, like posters and stuff like that for tournaments, and possibly wrote the longest captain's report in the history ever of any person that will write a captain's report. Well, not sure what the intentions were there, but if Caroline wants to just get freaky as hell, and she looks like she's going to
go into the red and yellow together.
Yeah, she's having a crack at this.
I think you sort of have to.
Low percentage and, well, great cannon, not the right angle.
Yeah.
But that's just the low percentage factor of that shot. Like I said, I don't mind it because she's 3-1 up. She's trying to apply pressure to her opponent.
Yeah.
I still think out and out is the wrong shot, but it's if it comes off and then she goes 4-1 up, it's basically just a foot in the face for an opponent. Do you think this doubled on?
It doesn't look like it from here, looking at the screen, but it could look different.
Oh, I don't like that shot. And neither does Caroline.
I don't even understand that shot.
I don't think it's what she meant. I think she was trying to bump it off the side rail and back out.
Yeah.
But
Rio's just got all the time in the world here.
yeah, just needs to be careful not to leave her on a double.
Yeah.
And she's just played a snooker there. But even that was played pretty average. It's interesting because when you like the obvious shot straight away is to play up and down the table and hit this red, but if you hit that full, you will open up every yellow. Like, you'll just promote them in such a better way.
Personally, I would be going up and down.
What would you do here?
I'd be deliberate fouling.
And what would you do though with the deliberate foul? Ooh.
I'd probably be looking to pop that one and then bring the white up the top.
Yep, fair enough.
Oh, not that one, I shouldn't really be pointing. Pop the yellow that was on the right side of the table and bring the white up the top. It just puts pressure on Rhio with the first shot.
Yeah, for sure. I don't, given the way that we've seen the play so far, I don't see an out happening here. Although this could be exactly what Rhio needs to get going. Now, a lot of people would be tempted to play this ball on the rail and go into this pack. That would be the wrong shot. You are better off playing that ball, playing for the bottom of the 3 and giving yourself an angle to just punch that in, come off a side rail and go into it. Now the only thing is when you do that, you will move the red. Okay, that's not ideal.
She tried to go into them, as you said.
I don't think so, because I think you would go into them harder. I think she's just tried to control the white into the centre area to play that shot that I've said. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't been able to work women out in their head for a long time now, Bella, and if I could, then I'd be able to make everyone happy. Now, as it turns out, because I can't read women's minds, I can't make people happy. Well, not bad. I think there's an edge on this.
She doesn't look tired.
If there is an edge on this where she can get the ball centre table, then she'll be in trouble again.
Puts the pressure right back on Rhio.
Caroline decided that she was very unhappy with the way Dan had the camera and thought she'd give it a quick nudge to get it lined up a bit better. Yeah. I think she's actually just knocked it slightly offline. I think this is like one of those angles where it's sort of too thin to get it where you get the white, red centre table.
Yeah.
Might have a crack at this. Yeah, she did have a crack at it. Oh, she's been probably a bit unfortunate with the black's gone. Only reason I say that is the black is open to the table as well.
Yeah. Then
Rio's under the pump again. Now she's just, once again, she doesn't have to care too much about what happens. Now the problem here is the only ball she can pot is the one over the pocket, but she wants to leave that for a cannon.
Exactly.
Oh, it's played badly as well. And you're probably
obviously not happy with the rolls there.
Yeah, and like I said, that drifted a mile.
Yeah.
A combination, I think, of nap, but also just rolling.
Yeah.
And when we've seen a couple of the shots that the girls have played up length of the table, I think that proves that there probably has been a bit of drift, and they haven't actually played this shot as badly as what it appeared.
Yeah.
And like I said, I hate this table. But that drift into the rail, there are two ways to look at this. You can be upset about how much that drifted. That's a very good shot.
Such a nice shot.
You can be upset about how much that drifted into the rail, or you can realise how badly you played the shot in the first place and forget about the drift and sort out what's going on with how, because she's tried to double that to the pocket, to the corner pocket, and missed it by a mile, unless she tried to double it to the centre, but
I doubt it.
I think maybe the triple, I don't even know if the triple's on here.
She was lining it up.
Gonna have to jack up a bit, I think, to pull the white away from the black. Yeah, and there she goes, you can see her jacking up. I reckon she's going to catch the yellow here. Yeah, I was right. For the first time ever. This is a really amazing frame because Caroline has just tried and tried and tried to attack the frame and put the pressure on. And Rhio has just chopped up after chop up, and now she's looking like she's probably going to win the frame. It's one of those frames where Caroline's gone, God, I've just tried everything's frame and nothing's working. And Rheo's like, I've just tried everything's frame and nothing's working, but I'm going to get a strawberry and win. Although that's not ideal.
No.
That shot right there, now I don't know whether it was going through Rheo's mind or not. To me it looked like she just got down and pot and says, I'll just land somewhere and get a cannon. That shot right there, you need to look exactly where you want the white ball to land so you can pot the ball in the middle and get the cannon perfectly so it pushes the other ball down the rail. Yeah. None of this, I'll just get somewhere and just get a cannon. You need to know exactly where you want that white.
Correct.
And that is next level pot out sort of finishing sort of technique, because if you don't do that, you'll make the out difficult every time on yourself. But if you can work out exactly where you want the white ball to get the perfect cannon, so you are in full control of the table, then you will just make so many more outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind this. I personally, I think I'd almost play the double here. I'm not sure. Putting a lot of pressure in this one shot here. It's okay.
She's still got 2, hasn't she?
Yeah. See, if she had missed that pot, she probably loses the frame. But she's got 2 now, so she should be alright. And it's actually it's amazing. Even though overall she's played this frame horrible, she's going to feel a lot better if she wins it. Well, see, now there's a bit of time being taken, a bit of care, a bit of attention to detail, and it's Jord left her fat, and this is what happens when you're struggling. You know, just little things like that happen to you where you miss the pot. It makes the white ball go in a better spot for the black, and if Caroline pots this, I'm going to call this match over.
Fair call.
Now, do these girls have a double chance? Like, do they?
No, just Colby and I have the double chance.
Okay, so basically every match is just you're out of the tournament.
Pretty much.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's rough having to play first thing in the morning.
Frustration is really, she's really showing that frustration now, Rhio.
Yeah, pulling the balls out with a little bit of oomph.
And that just gives Caroline confidence, I guess.
Yeah, look.
Showing her emotion.
So if Caroline had lost that frame, she would have felt hard done by, I think. But at the same token, it's one of those. Well, I'm attacking the balls. I'm taking on low percentage shots. And these two should know each other pretty well because they play doubles together every year.
Yeah. Ella's just got this dodgy yellow on the side cushion.
Yeah, I have a feeling she's going to leave it till last and play for a double on it. She may play for it now. I think tried to stun back centre table for the other ball and just misjudged the pace. So this is one of those ones where you sort of can't roll it in. You've got to play through this and get the angle on the double. So she's just rolled that. So if this goes in, she didn't really have much of a double.
Yeah.
But if she plays it and runs through another foot and a bit, then she's got a good double on the yellow. But as it turns out, she's got over the hole and looks in full control.
Yeah.
And now JoJo's like, oh, I'm in a bit of trouble here. I'll pot this and have a crack. Not the greatest shot there from JoJo. She just does not care. I'll just take this double on now.
She very much takes it as it comes.
Look at this, just bangs that in, no problem. Might as well just take this long double full length of table now while you're there, JoJo. And this is where things are going to get a little bit more difficult now because all the simpler balls are gone. Although this might sneak past the yellow, does it? Oh, hit a bit fat. Didn't get any black coverage either. It left Ella on this ball down the cushion.
Bit of a loose shot, that one.
It was.
I'd be happy if this is in or over.
No,
Probably in.
yeah, you wouldn't be happy with it over. And that is in.
Good pot.
Very good shot.
It's She does have very good cue power, I've noticed.
Yeah, she actually probably has the best cue power of the girls in this room. You might challenge her, Bella. You might challenge her because your cue power is not terrible. Yeah, I'm just looking around. I don't think Rhio's got the cue power. I don't think Caroline's got the same cue power. I definitely don't think Colby's got the same cue power. Yeah, JoJo doesn't. I think it's out of you and Ella for the Q Power Award. Yeah, Q Power is an interesting thing. I think some people are just born with it. You know, they've just naturally got Q Power. Others develop it through improving their action.
Yeah.
But I think some people just simply are blessed with Q Power. And it's not about how big you are, because you can be small and have brilliant Q Power.
Correct.
Oh, that's close to in off, and it is in off, and well,
that's a result of being 4-1 down, I guess.
Yeah, and look, I expected a little bit of a Q stamp there, a bit of a few choice words, but she composed herself very well there, Rhio, because she's in absolute horror land right now. And I know exactly how she feels right. There is not a worse feeling in the world when you're just not playing well. Things start going wrong for you. You think you're having bad luck, but it's actually because you're not playing well.
Yeah.
And you start looking for things to blame because, you know, you don't want to blame yourself.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing to do. But the real challenge is trying to figure out how to turn that around and get yourself back into a match that you've allowed to, you know, slip away in scoreline. Don't like that shot there from Caroline. I would have liked if she jacked up and left herself an angle on this, or come through even further.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she really has any angle to get the table.
Yeah. Oh, well, she has got a little bit. She can pinch the pocket. What's she looking at there? See, getting on the yellow is not too tricky. It's getting on an angle on the yellow to transition to the black that's the tricky part.
Yeah.
Ideally, what you want is you want to land on the middle where you've got an angle to go up and down into the gap. This, I tell you what, that is not a bad shot.
That's nice, yeah.
I still don't think she can get on this black easily, though. The angle of the white, because it's going to throw a little bit wide when she plays this, because she's got to give it a little bit of pace. I think it's going to slide past the left-hand side of the black. Wow, she's played that well. That is just a sick shot.
That's a nice shot.
I don't care who you are, male, female, best in the world, crappiest in the world. If you don't appreciate that shot, you are an imbecile. That was a sensational shot.
She played that really well.
Cannot play that any better than that. And a good finish, and this is just basically the result of the score line now.
Yeah.
You know, if Caroline was 4-1 down, that shot would never have happened. If it was maybe even, you know, 3-2 or 3-all or whatever. Have a look at this shot. Just gets into it, widens the angle with the white through the Q power that we spoke about earlier. So there you go. She's in contention for the Q power award, Bella. It's a very good shot. Shot of the day so far. Now we've, Jesus, this frame just finished a minute ago, and JoJo's got 2 balls left right over the hole. She didn't muck around. Key shot this. Well cued. Tough to cue off the rail at pace. It looks like Rhio has gone for the Ben Noonan toilet break. Probably a frame or two a bit late, I think, for true Ben Noonan's form. That's funny, Benny's not even really playing these days, and I still reference him a lot. He loves it. Lyndall just making sure none of her gear is touching the balls.
Is that Q power again?
Yeah, it's good. Although she might be a little straighter than what she likes, just slightly. She's going to be sort of stretching again and having to worry about these two yellows with her shirt.
I guess the main thing is here that she's got to leave herself a shot on the red.
Yeah, look, just any stun on, as long as she's not stuck to the rail.
Yeah.
I think Lyndall will be pretty happy with that. It'll be just trusting the queuing action. I'm very surprised she played it like that. Thought she might try and screw off it a little bit.
Yeah. This is tough.
This is a tough shot for anyone.
And those yellows are directly on too, so she misses.
Yeah, and you can see that she's probably queuing through the brass as well.
Oh, yeah.
So right straight through the brass. Makes it even harder. You can't get your cue flat like you normally like it. Geez, that's a good shot.
That's a very nice shot.
And that is desperately unlucky if that goes in off. Well, she puts her hand up in apology, but you do not apologise for making such a great pot.
Such a clean pot.
And the appreciation for me on that was just because of she had no feathering room. She was stuck hard up on the rail, used the brass, and had to get through the ball with practically no pullback of the cue. Excellent shot, but needs to back it up now. No, hasn't got it. Used up maybe a little bit too much.
You see that happens quite often too.
It does.
You pot an amazing pot, then yeah, something else happens and you miss the pot. Oh.
Joker's like, oh, I'll show you how to play off the rail as well. I'll just do these ones. Oh, I'll tell you what. No, she's okay. I thought she might have landed on the side rail there for a sec. But that took her no time at all to just mop up a few balls.
Instead of being, 6-2, it's now 5-3.
Yes, I would like. There are a few people I'd like to have JoJo's attitude and speed, the way they play towards it. I think their game would improve. Obviously, you need to take the attention where it's needed. But the great man, Steve Davis, one of the greatest snooker players to ever live, said a long time ago that if you can play when it matters, but play like it means nothing, then you've mastered the temperament of the game.
It's very true, actually.
And there is a couple of players that come to mind that do that very well here in Australia. One is Jake. Jake McCartney does not care one bit. He just pretends he's practicing at home when he's playing in a big tournament. I think Rusty Wheel's another one, although when Rusty's down, you can sort of see the emotion pour out a little bit, so whereas Jake doesn't sort of ever show any emotion.
Yeah.
And I think James Delahunty is another one that comes to mind, but only when he's been putting a lot of time in. If he hasn't been putting lots of time in, then you don't see it as much. Wow, what a shot.
That's a really nice shot. quite a good chance here to go out too, especially being 5-1 up. Should be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just
Take this on.
trying to work out how to deal with this black because it's pretty stuck in the middle of reds. I mean, there is a yellow there to try and, you know, develop it.
It's surrounded by pretty much every red. It's like a wall.
Yeah, the old sideways L shape. Yeah, I don't see an out here. I just think this black's going to cause too many issues.
Like knowing the type of player Caroline is, just very, very attacking. I'd picture her to go for something like this.
She's got an angle here to go into the reds now, and if she can catch the, see the two reds that are in the middle of the three, if she can catch the centre, like right in between them, she'll open them up. She'll move crap out of the way basically, and then she'll hold the white for the other yellow.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be a matter of how she transitions to that final yellow, but the black will be available then. Looks like she's stunning this, so that shot I just said it's not happening.
And you want to do it sooner rather than later too, so you have balls to land on after you've done the cannon.
Yeah, and this out is no longer happening.
Yeah. Wrong angle.
Yeah, I felt that going into the pack there needed to happen.
Mm.
It's the hardest shot because you had to give it a bit more power, so it means obviously your potting accuracy is a little harder. But I don't know. You look at Rheo's balls at the top there. She's got a really ugly one on the nameplate. She's got another one on the right side rail, which isn't amazing to be on, especially if you're not feeling great. My priority was just to open these up as quickly as I could.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on. It's another good shot. Pretty sure Caroline didn't want to pot that. Now, if you're Rhio here, do you play the double on the ball on the nameplate? Try and just sneak the white in behind the red that she's about to hit now.
I guess the main thing here is just to start promoting your reds. Because they're just, yeah, like the ones up the top there.
Yeah, alright, Rheo's going to feel like I've just given her an absolute caning this match. And I'm really sorry if you do feel that way. It's not my intention, but that shot right there is the type of shot that I expected to pick up today, which is an absolute nothing shot. It is a pointless shot. You are way better off either potting that and then dealing with a dead ball that you've already got, or doubling that ball up into the game, bottom left-hand table. Putting that ball over the pocket up there does absolutely zero.
Yeah.
Unless somehow the black can end up that end of the table in the next shot or two, it is a pointless shot. Now, Caroline once again is saying, well, I'm just going to have a crack here. You can see her put left-hand side on this, so she wants to hold the side of the table. How's her angle?
Thought it was looking good, just came up short.
No, I think she's all right. I think she's got a pretty good
Still not
angle.
used to looking at the...
Look at this.
Ah.
Cue power required here, Bella. I think you've got to go into these, like screw through it. So you've got to go into the black and try and screw the white ball through the black and try and pull them both out.
Yeah.
Just like, well, she stunned it instead of deep screwed. So now when you play a deep screw shot like that, what's going to happen is, because you're playing with a lot of power and a little white, it's going to shift a little bit to the left, and then the backspin will take over. So it would have given her a pretty good opportunity to just pull right through those, and she would have been trusting her luck a little bit where they landed.
Yeah.
But I guarantee it would have been a better shot than what this is here. And once again, we're going to see Rhio in a position where she's going to have a bunch of balls on the table and her opponent only has one, or the black, and she needs to start finishing off these frames or putting herself in positions where she's going to make that out.
Yeah.
So cross table has a crack, not a bad effort. Red ball close to the centre. Now this ball I spoke about on the nameplate earlier, that is going to be the key ball that can undo this frame for Rhio.
Yeah.
I just noticed too, Rheo's put a jumper on, so she's probably feeling a bit cold. Trying to warm herself up and get flowing. I tell you, you'll try everything just to change things up. Maybe even looking for a snooker at the moment, just not feeling it. Thought she'd give the Colby cough a crack. Wow. Oh, no feathering at all. But this is not bad. Actually, I like the way that she's played that, because this is a semi-shot to nothing.
Yeah.
That's in, and now there should really be no barriers. I reckon Rhio will try and drop this in dead weight and try and hold the white, and she will risk undercutting the ball and hitting the far jaw.
Fair call.
It's what happens when you're just trying to control things.
Yeah.
She's going to jack up and not allow that to happen. But no control. I think she's come out okay. Yeah, I think the left one is available. Going on with the camera there, Dan. It's going off. It's having an epileptic fit. No, not a bad shot there from Rhio. Needs to get the white ball off the bottom cushion and back out. She actually looks like she's killing better now. Just looks better already. Straight away I could see it on that shot. Just looked more compact.
Yeah, you don't see the shoulder dropping anymore.
Yep. Would like to have got a bit closer. It's one of those shots that when you're feeling it, it can be missed, but I actually expected to get this. And then that goes, and Rhio will be feeling a bit better about herself, I think, after knocking a few balls in.
Yep.
That must have been. I'm doing some heavy breathing, folks. Dan's just rectified that. It wasn't Bella. Jesus, Jojo. I think the double is on. I think she can slide the double past that red in the middle.
It's hard for me to tell from here.
That's all guesswork for me, Bella. Go on the triple. Yeah, that's actually nearly in.
I was going to say, I was looking in.
And now the one of Q power was nicknamed "Oh My God." Just was nicknamed that one time at the national titles in I can't remember what it was, but yeah, story between me and Kurt Dunham, that one. And speaking of Kurt Dunham, all the best once again. A lot of people have been following him in England on his pro debut, and did cop a bit of a flogging in the UKs against Liang Wenbo, who won the first frame, but Liang Wenbo scored pretty heavily. And also a cheers to, and not that he'll be watching I'm sure, but cheers to Neil Robinson for being the only player to knock me out of my multi. Good on you, mate. Added him in just for a little bit of value, and it gets rolled. tricky little shot in the middle here for Ella, just because the white needs to just be soft screwed a little bit. I don't think she can drop it in and hold. Could be wrong. Might even have angle to come back off the side cushion and out again. Wow, I reckon that's actually rolled around the pocket.
Yeah,
I think she did that really well.
It sort of had that movement, didn't it? Do you reckon Jojo will just get back down on this and smack it in?
I think she'll have a crack at the pot. She's looking at this corner, she's off her head because I think she can't not pot the red.
Nah.
She's got to go the bottom left.
Into a blind pocket too.
Yeah, this is a tough shot for anyone. Has missed. Gone for the backup safety snooker. Puts her hand up and says, sorry, I left you on that. Oh no, she's asked for a total. Looks swervable though. I don't think you need to jack up too much on this either. I think you can just play a little baby swerve and get the pot. Geez, it does not look like a total from here, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I think your cameras are broken, Dan. I'm even standing up looking at the table, it doesn't look like a total. Did a total get called or? No, she's queuing straight at this. Oh, look at that. Ooh, wow. That just shows how close that ball was to the pocket. So for folks at home, that's how you pot a ball really thin and then use the jaw to get fat on the black.
Okay. I'm going to have to leave you to it, Jamie.
You're going to do some timing.
Do some timing
Go and
now.
tell Colby she's got to come over and commentate and see what happens.
All right, I will actually.
She won't.
I'll ask her. All right, thanks
Good
for your
luck.
time, everyone.
We need better chairs, Dan. No, but by the end of this match, I'll have found a better chair than this. No, I've got one in mind. I'll go and steal it later. Yep. Caroline, once again, she's got a couple of balls left and no out on. And asked the question of Rhio, you have 2 shots, I don't reckon you can pot out. And Rheo's like, well, I just won the last frame, I made an out. So I'm going to have a crack at this one too. Bit of work to do early, but it's all going to be about transitioning from those balls at the top of the table back down onto the one that's near the black and trying to get behind these two that are stuck together. And Rhio says, you know what, Jamie, shut up, this is a smart shot, just promote them with one and then go out with the other. And how I did not see that is beyond me, because that was just such an obvious shot. You must eliminate this ball in the middle now first, I feel though. Just get rid of it while you're right behind it. And now things are looking quite nice indeed. And Tem has come to rejoin the commentary. Probably sent over by Colby because she wouldn't do it. Oh, and she's missed. Welcome back, Tim.
Good to be back, Jamie. Seems as though since I left, Caroline's took complete control of this match. From the bits I've seen, there's been quite a few silly errors from Rhio.
Yeah, and I guess you'll have played with her more than anyone of late. How does she turn this around? Because it's a mental battle she's fighting more than anything at the moment.
Thing is, See, that's a slack shot by Caroline, but I think really she's going to struggle if Caroline does manage to win this. The only thing is if Caroline continues to be aggressive, because Rhea's had chances every frame to sort of tie her up.
Good shot. Yeah.
And allowed Caroline to play a big shot to win the frame from what I've seen. When, especially yourself, I know yourself, once your opponent misses and they've got 1 or 2 balls left, you shouldn't really ever be seeing the ball again.
No, I tend to bury my opponent when they do that.
And that was, as I was saying to Rhio on the way down here, I said that was sort of the tactic would be to slightly pull up against Caroline, perhaps not let her go beforehand. And then because Caroline's probably one of the most aggressive women players that I've seen, I thought, well, your best opportunity is to perhaps let her go and then basically lock her out of the frame if she doesn't get them. If she gets more finishes than she doesn't, then fair play, you deserve to win.
Yeah, and that has happened, but it's just been a case of not taking advantage of the opportunities given.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of times where there's been 2 shots of 1 ball remaining and Caroline still managed to win the frame.
Yep.
So if you put them on your own scoreline, you're looking at 4 all, and that's without the other chances. So
Ella's been pretty steady. Queuing, I think, of the 4 players that we've watched so far, I think is queuing the best of the 4.
she's the most confident striking the white in terms of queuing through the ball. She seems to be hitting the ball with authority around the table.
Wants to find the gap between where she is now and the yellow so she can play this bottom left yellow,
Yeah.
so she clears the path for the other one. So this is just a controlled little stun, and these are tricky to play. Played it perfect.
Perfectly.
And this is, if you're not queuing well and not getting through the ball, that shot there is really hard to play. But if you're getting through the ball, you just make it look like it's a really simple shot.
It's one of them that if you play it tentatively, you can just quit on it and drag through to the other one, or if you're too tense, then you over screw it and leave yourself only on the middle by screwing back towards the black.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay. I mean, probably wanted to be out a little.
I was going to ask, would you have gone inside the yellow there, or would you have gone?
I think I would have. I don't mind that though, because if she didn't get high enough off the table, she still had this ball in the centre to chip in. The angle on this looks pretty good though, like just.
So with this, you're trying to hit it into the thin side of the pocket here and just go straight up and down.
Yep.
She's on the thick side there, but
should still be okay.
Yeah, you'd back Lindell to pot this.
This is for the match. This ball.
I think she'll punch this in.
You think she'll punch in? She, I reckon
Yeah.
the way she's looking at the wall, she's
she's looking
rolling
there
it.
like she's dragging it. Yeah, she's just rolling it, just playing at the top.
And that's in. She doesn't look happy, but it looks like it flies in.
I'm saying she's on that. She's just maybe, I don't know, she's having a good look away from the table.
There was a shot the last frame where she
Yeah,
thought she was totaled and she could only just hit it, but it looked like it was on by a mile, and that was on easy as well.
I think she was just exasperated that she left it that close when she'd been round to look to see that it flew. That's Lindell through, and she's awaiting the winner of this match, which could be Caroline very soon. How is it working? Will these play, the winner of this one, play Lindell at the same time as Bella and Colby play?
I think so, yeah. Expect Caroline, given the aggression that she's had, to take the double on here. Especially while Rhea's got a dodgy couple of balls there on the left side of the table.
Because she's hitting the left side of the yellow, she could lose the white with the double. Down to sort of like the bottom left-hand corner of the table. Oh, she's overcut that.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
Oh, she's got two,
shots,
wow. Now that I know that, I would have played a completely different shot. I'd have just controlled the
Just the
development.
Just probably chipped it out so to actually leave yourself nicely on it to then play the yellow and then for these.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen because no one else can see me doing that. So.
I saw it. It's all right. We had a bit of a pen thing going on there for a while, Dan. What happened to that? Although I did experiment with it, and the straight line was actually like a giant squirrely line. It was, but in fairness, he gave me a mouse the size of a pea to try and draw a line with. We would one day love the old line drawing architecture. Be a bit of fun. And try not to overuse it. Good double there from Rhio, but not really a lot of follow-up though.
See there, I wouldn't have been against playing the one she's played, but on the other side, to just bounce it out, send the white into the other dead ball and push it over the middle so the black doesn't go in there, so then she's got to get on this bad red and then get top side of the black in the same pocket.
Yep.
And then if she doesn't go, then you've got a ball over the middle and 3 open balls.
This red that is sort of down the bottom end of the table is a little tricky. It almost looks like it's going to be her last ball, and to transition to the black could be tricky.
See, if you can, it'd be nice to get an angle, pop the one over the hole, even leave it near the side rail to cut the one back into the middle and come across table for that bad ball that you said for your second last ball. And then hopefully just leave a big angle on the other one in the middle to then come across table for the black in the same bottom right hand corner, which she's got the angle.
Yeah, you've got to give this a bit too, just to slide past the black and yellow. I think the angle's natural. You've got to get the pace spot on. Now she's checking it out. She's like, okay, I want to be here.
That's why I thought if a little bit closer to the cushion so that you can just drop the ball in dead weight and let the angle do the work.
A lot of pointing going on at the moment there from Carl. I haven't seen her do that yet. She's doing the old point at the table.
The old Cole Morris.
She's just letting us know where she's going to land. That's a good shot, but overcooked it.
That's a big ask now.
Yeah, I don't see this being finished now.
So she can pot the one on the middle, but it's going to be tough at pace to get anywhere near where she's putting the tip of the cue.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. I don't think the pocket will take it at the pace that's required. Especially queuing off the rail as well. It's a big ask. Wow, that's a good shot. But
She's done well to get that far out, and it's still a...
I wonder if she can punch this red off the yellow.
I don't know if she can get enough.
Yeah, it looks to me like she's got to hit it too thin.
Yeah.
The other yellow's in the way. Yeah, I don't think she can get enough of it. The only way she's really going to be able to get enough of it is to smash it.
Do you reckon it's thin enough that she's going to hit the yellow quite thick and go off the side rail and the white check up for the black in the middle? I know it's a long shot, but it's probably... And if she misses the yellow, then she's going 4 rails around into the vicinity as well. Oh, she's gone for the... See, this has happened a lot in the frames where Caroline's had 1 ball left on the table, where all Rhio needs to do is push the yellow on the left-hand side towards perhaps like a blue spot, say on a snooker table, bury the white on the side rail with 3 balls in the way.
Yep, agree.
And then just...
Yeah, it's such an obvious shot, isn't it? Well, sitting here anyway. Oh, no, she's okay. Looked like that was going to run and leave the red on.
It's actually turned out really good because I think she's cut off the 1 rail off the right-hand cushion as well. And looks for me like she'd have to load up with side if she goes from the bottom. You going off the top rail here, Jamie?
I think I'm going to come off the side.
Oh, she can get it with side, can she? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll come off the side rail here. And, well,
I don't think that will take it. That's slow pace. I think she needs to hit that a bit more.
Yeah, I think she's just tried to keep the red in play and put the pressure on. It's another one of those situations where you don't have to do anything fancy. You can actually just use your first shot to promote the yellows and then just mop up with the second if you don't like what you've got in front of you.
I'm either Here, I think the plan would be crazy to go for. I think you either hit the yellow full ball into the other one, so the yellow's going near jaw, well, not even jaw, just the cushion and bouncing it out, and just stunning the white to play its second shot. Or you're even thinning it to bring the blue out, the white out into the middle of the table and have a choice of 3 yellows.
That's my shot. I even play this with a touch of right inside.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, now I'd like to just pop the one in the right centre and then push the other one over the left centre and snooker.
Yep.
So it's right over the pocket, so Caroline's basically got to backdoor it, otherwise she should really lose the frame.
Well, she's actually screwing off this because she just doesn't have the confidence. I know she's changed her mind. She decided this is not a hard pot.
Just drop it in, yeah. Too far again with the white there, though. Because you're not going to get the yellow over the pocket now, it's just going to be middle table.
That's okay though.
Yeah. Again, as she cut the one. No, the one was still on. Do you think you'll see Caroline having a bit more of a hit at this one now?
Yeah, well, this is basically, I've got a pot this or I lose anyway, so I reckon she'll come off the bottom, maybe the bottom cushion. I'd still come off the side with a bit of...
What about potentially if 2 rails in behind the red?
Yeah.
Because if you hit the lower side of it...
That's what she's doing.
And if you hit the lower side of it, you're only leaving the yellow onto yellow. Oh, she's again...
Well, you've made the right call, just the execution wasn't there. Bit of frustration there from Caroline for the first time. And now Rhio will go 6-3 and stay alive.
I think that's Rio's having a toilet break.
She just had one.
I think she just said she needs the toilet again. Saying to Bella earlier, it's going to be very tough for the 4 players playing first, because theoretically you're going to be beating. You've got to beat arguably the best 4 players in a row, one after the other.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
If you think the winner of this has got to play Lyndall, the state champion, to then play Bella or Colby, who are both Bella's semi-finalist of the Nationals, Colby semi-finalist of the Worlds, to then play the other one. So it's no easy task.
Yeah, I guess that's the advantage of the ladder position throughout the season.
How are you seeing the this semi-final going between Bella and Colby? I see the poll that Jojo put online is pretty split down the middle. I think it was 22 votes each the last time I saw it.
I've made comment. I haven't actually let the cat out of the bag yet, but I have discovered, I watched a fair bit of Bella play at the Nationals, and I discovered a really, really big flaw with her middle game, where she plays too many shots that are just nothing shots, rather than a shot that will develop the frame and put her opponent under a bit more pressure. She'll just push a ball meaninglessly. And I think if she fixes that up, then she'll be close to unstoppable.
Yeah, I said, I don't know if it went down too well with the girls at Nationals, but I said after a performance at the Nationals, I think that awe factor of the women that might have been there before for Bella would have gone, and that I can't see really anyone stopping her for the next 10 or 15 years.
Yeah,
Obviously, you never know who else is going to come through, but
Colby's a big fan of her, and has you know, she worked hard to get her to be able to play in the Women's Super League and stuff at underage.
Yeah.
But I think, I think Bella idolises Colby a little bit as well in regards to, you know, someone to look up to.
Yeah.
So I think you'll find that Colby will keep the wood on her for a little bit longer.
I have no idea what Rio's doing
But
there.
having said that, Colby's time that she's put into the game has been pretty crap, to be honest. So I'm sure I'll get yelled at for saying that on air. but I say it how I see it. But it's like you, Tim. There are a lot of things that I'd like to see Colby change that I think would make her win so much more. I think she's the most underachieved player in the country by so many miles, like ridiculously underachieved for her ability.
Yeah, you'd expect her to have won at least a couple of nationals. She's not won a nationals now.
Hasn't.
No.
She's made a final and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and this year, you know, just gone. You know, you're missing Elise, you're missing Linda Morfitt, you're missing, you know,
yeah, there's a big chance for
multiple Australian champions.
All the Vic girls this year, I should imagine beforehand, were thinking, well, this is the year that, well, these next couple of years, you never know who's going to come back and play again. But looking, there certainly wasn't perhaps quite the fear factor of the Lyndall and Elise being there. Even your Joy Sullivan not being there, Renata.
Yeah, Renata's another one.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, I don't know, I think there's a lot to change, but most of it I think is all mental.
Yeah.
So if you're if you believe that you can coach Colby mentally,
oh mate, you seen my cue at Big Guns?
Your cue?
Yeah, it was in about 12 pieces,
oh,
so I'm not
roof.
one for yeah. Yeah. So that's a confident pot again by Caroline, but
yeah, she got a terrible result.
yeah. See, this, with most players, well, especially with the women, you think there's one particular thing that if each player, like if Caroline pulled up more often, then she'd be a lot more dangerous in terms of getting it. And then you say Colby with a mental side, which is a lot to do with, well, Rio's in the same boat as that, that one or two things can go wrong and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of the match. I'm the same though, so I'm not the right person to be giving coaching on that.
It's funny though because like those last three balls that Rhio mopped up last frame, I mean, yeah, they were all really easy,
Yeah.
but you saw her cue through the ball, you know, the action looked good, but around the table in general today, you've seen that shoulder really drop,
Yeah,
not get through the ball.
A lot of the time she seems unsure of the shot that she's playing, so sort of tentatively just drags her arm at it as opposed to making her mind up and committing to a shot.
Yep.
She'll sort of not fancy a shot and just think, oh, well, if I'll dolly it over a pocket. Well, if you're playing to cover the bag, then play to cover it. Or if you're playing to pot it. It's just sort of a, oh, I'll let my arm go a bit and see where it lies.
It's a nice pot, but it's the same old story. Not really on anything.
No, see, I'd be wanting all my balls on the table.
This is what I can't understand about people that have played, regardless of whether it's male or female, have played for so many years and they can't see that if you pot that ball there, you're not really going to have a good shot afterwards. So you got to punch it in and get the white ball somewhere that's of benefit.
See, even if that's just off, when I speak to her after, she'll probably say that she wasn't expecting to pot it and just to get it over the bag, which wouldn't have been the worst. But it's not like it slipped in off the jaw halfway down the rail. It's gone into the centre of the pocket.
Yeah.
So.
Good pot. Oh wow! Once again, she's been pretty stiff. But I don't. Even the right shot there was to cover the pocket with that ball. I mean, that black's dead as a doornail. She's got a really dodgy red. It's down the bottom of the table.
Even if that red doesn't get in the way, she's probably using the red to get a bad red out or land on it. I didn't really see her getting back on the black or getting it out.
Yeah, she would have needed to stun down the rail and get an angle to go into the yellow.
Yeah, to top through and then come through the gap for the other red in the centre, which would have been a big ask.
May go up and down here and try and go into the black now. No. Okay, now surely we see this ball go over the hole.
See, I think if that was slightly closer to the rail, would have been seeing Caroline go off the yellow. She's so attacking.
Yeah, I mean,
in fact, I think she's looking now to play it and top through.
The shot is there. I don't think you can top through this though. I think she's got a bit of angle going towards the red a little bit. I don't think she's dead straight. I could be wrong.
Cheers, Judge.
I was wrong. What a surprise I was wrong.
But there's no way to get on the black here. And that's what I was saying. The only way that Rhio gets back in this is if Caroline commits every frame and then Rhio punishes. Because if she tries to go pot for pot, Caroline's probably favourite starting off scratch, let alone being 4 frames ahead at the time.
Yeah, she's definitely a more powerful potter, there's no doubt about that. But she's fallen short of that angle that she needed to go into the... she would have loved an angle to go into the yellow, the left of the 3.
Yeah, then just have it nicely in the right centre. I don't see how she can get anything other than totaled if she pots this.
I've got messages from Michael Scary, so let the fun begin. Jeez, I've got a million messages. Steve Jamison's just let me know his head hurts. Well, I tipped him over last night. No, not really.
There we go. Caroline's totaled, which I didn't really see as the only outcome.
What Scary has sent me, I'm not going to repeat. But I agree with him 100%, let's just put it that way. Everything that he said there, I've already said before. But good luck, Mick. All the best, mate. Send that message and see how you go. So Caroline, tactical foul.
See here, Rio's just not got to commit to a finish. Just even if at any point she leaves Caroline a look at the black, it doesn't go anywhere. Unless you nudge it out, which she's tried to do. So I think I'm almost preferring to have the white up table and let her see the black as opposed to be low and coming off a side rail to somehow smash it in off a yellow.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I think if you... I don't think I want to leave her on... No, I know what you're saying. You're going to open the balls up, but the problem is she's not potting them.
I don't... Oh.
Do you think that plant goes?
No, I think it's going to the bottom cushion, but looking at the table...
Yeah, I think you're right.
From that angle...
From that angle, it looks like it's hitting the bottom rail by a mile. And there's enough gap in there where you can avoid the reverse of the angles as well, so... So Caroline's just said, well, Rhio, I don't think you're potting well. Have another 2, but...
She's left a nice angle just to drop this in the middle.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity now.
It'd be interesting to see how this match goes if Rhio does get this one, pinch the next one. Whether we'll see Caroline pull up and she'll realise that she's really playing herself into trouble rather than Rhio earning it.
Yeah, well,
this could be... Oh no, I thought he was going to clip the yellow and not reach then.
I think Rhio goes favourite if she wins the next sort of 1 or 2 because, yeah, Caroline's just not mopping up at all. So here's the difference too, right? I'm watching at the moment. Colby's over having a hit at the moment. Practicing, warming up for a match against Bella. Bella didn't have a practice. She come and commentate instead. And I'll say that'll be due to the fact that she's put the time in previous to this and feels that she's already ready.
That's it, and I know Gus is a big believer of saying that practice should be done before the tournament. You shouldn't need to... I don't agree with that. I'm straight on a table. But
I think practicing the night before a tournament or a final, whatever it is that you're playing, is the worst thing you can do. Many people told me exactly that, and I didn't believe it. I felt that, you know, to practice the night before was just to keep yourself in tune. But now I think that the rest of the night before, you should have already done all the hard work. I completely agree with it now.
I wouldn't have back home on the Supremes where it's the same cloth on every table, pretty much the same conditions back home. But with the variations in cloth speed from club to club here, I've found that I can play that much at one table, say for example at Potters, and get used to the speed and everything, and then find yourself completely out of sync. So it's taking you the frames to adjust anyway. So yeah, I mean, since being over here, I'm in agreement that perhaps. Ooh. See now, should just be playing this. Oh.
Tried to remote control that a little bit, didn't she?
See, she wants to go for this, but I'm not against just bouncing this yellow and snookering.
I think you can play this as a shot to nothing, just play the run through, yeah? You reckon the angle's coming?
I think she's high on it, so she's guaranteed to leave.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The black. If she dead weights it in, she's won the frame, but I just think, why take that chance? There we go.
I think she's tried to pull the white through as a shot to nothing and sacrificed a little bit of angle.
Yeah, she's hit the pot thick to make sure she got the white forward, but
this is cuttable.
I can see this cutting, crashing off the far jaw, and the white jumping everywhere, and that being the match. Or the black hardly moving and the white going in at 100 miles an hour. One or the other.
I reckon she'll miss this pot. This is a very tough pot. I'm going to say undercut.
Oh,
overcut. There's his white ball. Hits the jaw. Does she get a result? No.
See, this is nice now because you can play for the ball in the centre, and you're going to be on both balls. But ideally, play for the one in the centre, and that's end of frame. If you play it badly, you're still going to have the other one to then get position. This is one shot that, well.
Got to hit this really thin though to land on the middle nice.
That's nice. That's one shot that more going across table from, say, if the ball's on the other jaw, that to come across the balls that Rhio tends to struggle with, and we go through it every week when we're down Potters for the doubles, of trying to be able to judge what part of the white, or if you're using spin or to go through. And she normally just tends to, if she's unsure, belt it, so I'm glad to see that she actually dropped that one in for once.
What's she looking at? She doesn't want to play the ball in the middle.
So you've got to play the middle.
I don't mind the stun up, but it's more of a queuing shot.
She's played that well.
That couldn't be played any better. So, barring a really horrible shot, it should be 6-4. Oh, looked like a little
sounded
kick there.
heavy there, didn't it?
You know what? She did smile. I think she recognised the kick.
$6-4.
So Rhio becoming the comeback kid.
See, it's not very often that you'd say you want your opponent to get a ball off the break, but if I'm Rhio, I'm wanting a pretty bad split with
with the ball in, so she attacks
with Caroline potting.
And I'll tell you what, if I didn't know how to say Caroline's surname, I would never know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I think I said it wrong at the beginning. I'm not going to try again. I'll probably get pulled up for that one.
Yeah, she's gone from Zappia, which is not the most common name you'll see in our country either, to Ruscitti, which is not that common either. Does not mind a complicated surname, does the old Caroline. Dumps the white.
I was going to say beforehand, probably the thing I wanted to see least was an open table on both balls. I sort of wanted.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You got to take yellows here and have a dip.
Yeah.
This is not that hard an out. The only tricky part I see are these two yellows that are sort of in the middle of the table. The two that are sort of more in line with the black. You've just got to be neat around them to get the right position.
See, what I'd be wanting to do here was, oh, she's moved the white now, was play the one she's playing, come on and off the left side rail to leave yourself slightly high on the top yellow in the middle, so then she can just drop it in and come across for the top yellow of the two bad ones that you were saying in the right centre, and then it's just ABC from there.
Yeah, straight away, not in prime position. Although it has this bottom ball and can just drift onto the middle of the three yellows into the centre.
See, I think she might need just a little bit of touch of right.
Yep.
But I think she'll play plain ball and stick herself to the yellow. Oh, she played that. Oh, punched it in.
She's got a little bit of a result there because it's not what she played for.
This could still be nice if she leaves herself half ball after this to push the yellow towards the top left corner pocket as we're looking now, bottom left. Or do you reckon she'll play for the plant? I don't like the plant. Really.
Nah, the plant's suicide. I actually don't see it getting this out now. I think that the hard work's been left too late already. Oh, she's looking at the plant.
She was walking round to the right hand side of the table, and then if the second 30 seconds was shouted, immediately walked around, so she didn't even go and look what she was walking around for in the first place. 30 seconds still a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just panic that you perhaps hearing the call.
Plays for the plant.
See, now with this plant looks slightly offset to me, so and with the white being, do you think she plays the plant and tops through to leave the first ball she's hitting in the bottom right hand pocket, or even slightly, or no, I would say stunning to the red to kill it a bit.
Even if she does run through, she'll probably have the bottom of the two yellows on the right side. She's checking now, I think.
See, I don't get how you would play this one now after you've made your mind up the shot before to play the plant. But if she can... Oh, she's topping through. I think she's going to kill the yellow.
I was just going to say, I think she's going to kill the yellow as well.
I think with the angle that she had, you needed to screw.
Tell you what though, this could work out perfect if she gets this pot.
Drops it and hits the red full ball.
Yeah, it looks pretty close. Might hit the left side just.
Even that, as long as the white's travelling at enough pace, the red will glance the yellow and still leave it on in the centre, because the white's not going to go anywhere.
Now she's just checked it like an angle that she'd like to be on.
I can't really see a bad side to kiss unless she hits the right side of the black.
Yeah.
Everything else is nice. Like even that.
It's just overcutted a touch. She had have got the pot right, probably would have contacted the red. But this will be interesting now because Caroline's got a really tough out. She's the one that's under pressure now to finish a frame. And it's really this red that's on the left side of the table. It's a bit tricky.
So the red near the black obviously, I'm guessing, doesn't go, otherwise she'd have been straight down.
No, I think it does. I just don't think she sees any value in it. Yeah, I think it does go. I just don't think she felt there was value in removing it. She couldn't have done anything.
I think there, even if that does go, I think if you stun that in, you're leaving yourself such an easy double. I think the double would go off the rail past the yellow in the other middle. But looking at the table, it looks very close to the black.
No, I think it would go.
What does it look like on the other angle? No.
Yeah, it definitely goes, I think.
This could be nice. She could come around the back of the red here.
Good pot. Oh, I thought she'd pot that. My bad.
Now then.
Chance for Rhio to go to 6-5.
Here with Rhio, she's going to be thinking, oh, I'm Chinese, but you only need to drop it in dead weight because you actually want that angle on the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Worst thing she can do is screw back. Just drop it in.
Yeah, screw back land just off straight, so you've got the natural angle to go under the snooker behind the red. Nah, she's just rolling it in. She's fine.
Here, you want to be hitting either the left-hand side of the yellow as we look at it, or even if you slightly catch the jaw first, the worst thing you can do is hit the right-hand side of the yellow and it go back up the side rail.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. Just got to clip this thin to get this inside this red. So these are the shots I was saying about a minute ago, where we try and go through this to make sure she's not killing the white off the side rail, because sometimes she'll play it with top and it will just, the side rail will just absorb all the pace and it just won't move.
Yeah, this is just all about getting the right angle on the yellow, but it's funny because...
So she's looking at the other centre now, but...
I don't mind that.
I just think if you're hitting it in that line to get in that centre, you're hitting it at the same line as the other centre, but just harder.
Yeah, the thing is you don't have to trust the table not moving on you then. And this is why I like playing for the other centre. She's gone a bit of both ways. It's not ideal.
This red is big in the centre. Do you reckon she'll hit near jaw? How thin she's?
Yeah, I think she's hitting it a bit thin, yep. Sorry, I think she's hitting it thick. I think it'll go before.
Near jaw.
Yeah.
That's if she hits it at the potting angle. Inadvertent time foul call there because the clock hadn't been reset.
Good time to do it when you're on the black. Alright, she just needs to refocus.
So she's looking at the top, but...
I think, no, she's looking at the middle, but she's just worried about this red.
I still think she's lining up the top right. I don't like it. I'd sooner just put...
Top left, you mean?
Top right. But I think she was looking a second ago to see if it goes past the red in the top right, which I don't think it does.
So now she's going to try and play at the top
see
left.
Now you're going to get a bad red out if you play this wrong.
No, I think she's going to miss that.
Oh, that's a bad result.
So if she had have actually hit that thicker, she would have missed the red by even more. But she just put it on the jaw. Oh, it's not touching, so it's a little bit of a thing. But
I think she's good at them shots, but just really now, this is the time that Caroline's got to pull up. Just pot the one in the middle, and I'd leave myself a big angle, and then just to play the one down the red and get the white right across the table.
Yep, I agree with that. Wow.
She's going back. Oh, she's going for the
extraction.
Extraction, yeah.
No, that doesn't surprise me actually, and I like it.
It's a positive shot, isn't it?
In fact, she's got a good angle here too. I need to top it a little bit, I think, just a touch. And she has, and she's played it perfect, except the white ball. Yeah, white ball stuck to the rail.
That's stiff.
But this is the same old story. Like, if you don't really want to commit here because it's big, play off the bottom side of this red and just take the white ball to the side cushion. I don't think it'll cut from the side rail, that black.
I think she's looking at playing this now, the left pocket, which...
I think this is a suicide.
This is crazy. If you catch this thick and double kiss the black, you're pushing the black over the hole.
She's also got to play this at a fair bit of pace to get any next shot on the white. Wow.
See, can we go to the side angle then? Now she's got that, but all Rhea's got to do is just push it through, get the bag, leave the white where the black is. Then if Caroline gets a big double, then it's a bit pacey. Oh. Well.
Options.
That's the question. What, do you play, the double, or while you're on the straight one down the rail?
I'm just wondering if she's on this ball that she's just looking at now, or if she can just get the snooker off the ball on the side rail.
she's going to thin off it, you reckon? I think the red in the centre of the table is playing quite big here, if she does that.
Oh, no.
She's left it.
Yeah, she's left
Stuck
it
it up.
It's a tough shot, that. It was really hard to
Yeah.
clip thin enough. And
I think the red was playing big. To play it the way you want to come one rail, just to come top side would have been big to catch the red.
ooh.
That used all the pocket. And 6-5. And this is where we're saying now that I'd probably make Caroline a $1.70 favourite. There's not a lot in it now, really.
No, she's not finishing. She hasn't finished one out, really. If you go back and look at this match, the outs that she was finishing was when she had multiple chances. And it's why I guess I'm pretty critical of the girls' game. Is where too often you're seeing this style of pool where punishment isn't occurring for one error.
Yeah, that's
you know,
it.
you're getting multiple chances every frame, and
It's not the not getting like the master breaks or whatever that's the bad part. It's the unforgivable part of when you realistically can't lose the frame when they've killed, say for example, killed their last ball on a rail. You've got all yours in the open, and you perhaps go a bit slap happy at a finish as opposed to being 100% of the frame.
yeah, I think like that shot that Caroline played to extract the ball off a side rail is a good example of you know, the attacking, aggressive shots that I like to see happen more in the women's game.
Yeah.
But I think the follow-up shot after that, where she didn't get a good white, I just felt flicking off the bottom ball, getting a good white, and then saying, you know what, Rhio, you can't pop this black, but you're going to leave me on. And if I was going to put a male player's context into that, I'd actually have to say it'd be scary, because he went through a period, I believe, where he kind of went too safe and didn't find that balance of aggression and safety. And I think now he has actually found it. And to me, he looks dangerous all the time. And that's what you want as a player. You want your opponent to know that you're dangerous no matter the situation.
Yeah, he's got the all-round game, isn't he?
Yeah, it's developed really well now, and you know, I gave him lots of criticism, even on CueballTV, and I copped some flack for it, but I just call it how I see it, and you know, I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong, but I'm also happy to admit or compliment someone on change that they've made to improve themselves as well. I mean, to me, that's what doing commentary is all about, is if you can make a comment and it makes someone change for the better, then you've helped them out inadvertently without even talking to them. And I'm not saying I'm the reason, by the way, that Scary's. You know,
but one of them national titles is yours.
Well, probably both, to be honest. But no, but Mick is a person that he will take. He does take things to heart a bit, and he will challenge himself to prove wrong.
Yeah, and
you know,
especially when you look at things like just little things like the odds, perhaps before nationals and that, for him to still be like the 10th or 11th favourite at a nationals field after winning it for 2 years in a row. Little things like that have got to inspire you to.
Yeah, it's like it's really funny. It's like seeing Ronnie O'Sullivan in the snooker. He's favourite every year in every tournament, but he's not winning them. Like, he's already starting favourite in the World Championships this year.
Yeah, and
I mean, personally, like, I'll never ever bet on Ronnie, because you just don't know which guy's going to turn up.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He's like Jekyll and Hyde, that bloke. And you know, you got someone like Mick or Robbo, or you know, these guys that play the same all the time. They're always, you know, you're going to get 100% out of them. They're the sort of guys I like to invest in if I'm in a Calcutta or whatever.
I don't think I've ever seen you lose a Calcutta, Jamie.
That's it.
I don't think I've ever seen you lose in a Calcutta, the majors
I
up
do
in this year.
I do okay.
Do you have a youngie at Bury this year?
No, actually,
Who had?
I was supposed to have a piece of him and it didn't happen. There's too many people from Ballarat that wanted a piece of it.
See, this is where Rio's sort of gone the opposite way in this frame. She's the one committing.
Yeah, that double's done nothing, has it?
No, and what, you're going to play another double and then...
But it's funny though, her being aggressive like this, there are two things that are an advantage for it. One, she's getting confidence from it,
Yeah.
even if she's not finishing. And number two, it's going to put reverse pressure on Caroline. She's the one that's got to start nailing outs.
And odd as it seems, and probably the first time I'd say this about Caroline, if she was to miss here, I really wouldn't fancy her getting the 2 reds on the side rail. So I'd be half tempted just to get both yellows out in the open and go, well, the last 4 frames, 3-4 frames, you're going to have to step it up a little bit to actually beat me.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that shot.
No. I'd be interested to see whether, looking back at the match afterwards, which I'm sure we probably will at home, what she was playing there, so whether she was thinking to tie the red up or she was wanting, because the white's only just missed the second yellow, whether she was trying to get them both out.
I think she's tried to put the white ball in the heart up on the bottom rail as well. Like, I don't see the point of leaving the white there.
No.
You put on the bottom rail, you don't really leave a lot. So if I'm Caroline here, I'd just bump this ball off the left side rail, just get a little snooker. I don't see a lot of advantage in that shot. You can't pop this ball over the hole, it's saving you. I'd almost play the plan here because getting on these last 2 yellows, even if you've got a starter, is really tough.
Oh.
I wonder if this yellow passes.
I think the bottom one does.
I think
then
this one on the middle of the 3 goes to the bottom
Oh,
right.
you mean in between the reds here now?
But her angle's no good. She'll have to score off the side rail.
I think it's. Do you not think it's nice just to top through into the yellow to push it on so it goes?
And you reckon she's got that angle?
Yeah, just drop it in and just. Yeah, definitely looking at the table.
That's Christmas, isn't it, if she's got that angle?
I think she's even in the right side of the yellow to be on that ball next. Oh, just put your hand in between. There you go.
She's screwing off it.
Oh, just top it.
Oh, wow.
She's had a lash. And a result and a half.
That's a big result.
Result and a half.
I think once again Caroline needs to play a little snooker here. A little drop snooker. It's really funny, just playing a little snooker where you don't have to do jack with the white can sometimes just be the best shot you can play. I reckon that's the right shot.
Yep.
She has left her on it though, I think. But
You think Rio's playing the one in the top left?
no, I think this one that she's closest to might bang up.
Play it in the top. Oh, sorry, top right.
Top right, yeah. It's a bit of a free shot, but having said that, all these balls will be available if she misses. So.
Yeah, I think the only problem with this is I'd want to be playing it slow to an extent. Oh,
she's just belted
just
that in.
Nailed it. That's why, because you're pushing it wide, and if you miss the pot and get above the black, you're leaving Caroline the perfect angle on the red over the middle just to extract a bad ball.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're dropping it in at pocket pace, you're then playing the yellow off the red just to go up and down.
This is tough off the rail because she can't hit the ball as close to the pocket. She's got to play a plant.
I'd just be happy with a hit here and make Caroline just don't give 2. Which you can't really be missing these yellows. You'll be very stiff to go in between.
She'd have already played this shot earlier on in the frame because she was frustrated.
Yeah.
Now she's looking a lot more focused. She looks a lot better at the table.
That's actually... I don't mind that, because at least it's putting traffic in, because at the moment that was an easy extraction on the one, whereas if the time comes, Rhio can still play the yellow off the red to send it into it. She's still got a chance, but Caroline's just got to pull up now.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm having a dip here.
You think?
Yeah, I'm taking this the bottom of the 2 that as we look on our screen right now.
and leaving the angle on the one in the middle.
Yeah, and just...
I just think the yellow now, that's made it such a harder, because you've basically got to hit the rail and then the thin side of the yellow to get a decent red, unless you're spinning through everything.
Well, I'm happy to just get right into it because I've got a ball over the pocket still. That's just how I'm looking at this. Like, to me, it looks like it's...
She's going.
This is good. This is really good. The angle she's got here should be stiff enough to move the red at all.
So now she's got the angle for the kiss that I was saying, that where she can hit that side of the yellow and push the red right down the pocket, right down the cushion.
The only danger here is the white ball sticking to the left side rail and she's not having a shot on the ball over the hole. Because you're sort of going to get a double cannon.
Yeah.
This is why I give this a bit, trust to a little bit of
luck. If you hit the yellow and then it goes in between the cushion and the red and sort of sticks, that could... Should be very unlucky not to be on something though, because even if she nudges the yellow and slides down past the red, she's going to have the red off the rail, off the yellow.
Yeah, she's even missed the other one.
And that should be that natural pop.
Yeah, this angle here looks like she's going to land, she's going to land fat on the ball near the black.
It's a stretch.
Yeah.
It's probably the only thing. Didn't look bad from the other camera angle, but...
Actually, just looking at this, maybe that angle isn't that great after all.
You think she's going to struggle to hold, or...?
Yeah, I think she's going a bit closer to the yellows than what you'd like.
I think she'll just check this up. It'd be nice.
She's playing centre ball, though. Whoa.
Oh, she's potted the yellow.
I thought it was getting close to him.
Wow, that's a great shout. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it looked...
Is that the second or third time that Caroline's potted one of Rio's balls after potting a ball?
I think it's the second, yeah.
See now, I've just got to drag this down. That's fine. You couldn't put that any better. Straight is fine. Just this is where she's got to time this ball, and at 6.5 this could be a bit tentative. She's just got to accelerate through the cue ball nicely.
Yeah.
You don't have to, like, one of the things that she often asks me is how hard have I got to hit this to get the white where I want it. I went, well, one person can tap it and get the spin through the white. I can't actually tell you how hard you hit it. It depends how you're timing the ball.
That's exactly what it is. It's all timing.
Like there, she's just jabbed it.
Big shot this.
Big shot then.
I'm actually half expecting her to pot this because she just does look like she's playing. Oh, I don't like the way she's lining up. I don't like her hand.
She doesn't like her hand. She doesn't like... Oh wow.
She just bangs it in anyway.
Says shut up you two and just creams it.
I love it when that happens. You're just about to say she's going to miss and then she just cans it.
6-all then. And I can tell you now, if she goes on to win this match, I shall be told off because I was playing pool when she was losing.
Really?
And she came back because I was watching.
Yeah, I can't cop that, sorry. I've copped many of those before in my day, and I usually just say, shut up.
Here we go then.
It is very amazing, though, the flack you can cop for not doing anything wrong.
I still tell everyone to this day, the Nationals last year at Albury, it's not had the best of starts, and I copped it for not cheering enough. So then, next frame, I've gone, oh, great shot, Rhio, that's perfect. And then I got told off for confusing her for saying perfect.
And now...
So now it's...
Now you know what's going to happen. You're going to get in trouble for talking about that today.
Yeah, I know. Oh well, that'll be forgotten if she takes these reds out.
No, I won't.
No. Even if it's months down the line, it'll still get. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, that's open table.
Yeah, I'm wanting reds here myself.
She's done the stand up there, isn't she?
It's actually, this is interesting, this frame. It's one of those frames that you're going to commit, and if you chop up the out, you're leaving it very good for your opponent.
Yeah.
So we might see a couple of twists in this final frame.
I'm going to call it, this is going to be the finish that Caroline gets.
You reckon she'll get these
balls?
balls?
Oh, I did before that shot.
I don't reckon she'll get these. I reckon this yellow that's closest to the yellow in the middle of the table there.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
two
yeah.
of them. I reckon that will be her undoing. It's just tricky to land on.
See, I fancied if she had the angle, but she's left us. It's a bit careless to leave herself straight
I don't know
there.
why she didn't play the ball first.
Oh, behind the yellow. Oh, she got past it. Just willing it on there. Sweeping it along the cloth.
Yeah, so now she's. Oh no, she's on this ball that
On
she's
the
closest
cushion.
to the
Oh,
corner.
yeah.
I think the ball to the corner. I don't like playing the ball on the cushion because you can't just.
You can't really get the white out. You've got to actually play her down with pace. Oh, not.
I think she's going to roll it, but she'll have nothing if she pots it.
Not at that pace. No.
Well, if anything, she's.
Do you reckon that yellow still goes between the two reds?
Tough to say. I reckon it will.
See, just doesn't have to get tunnel vision here. You can still play the one in the top, then the middle, and come down back that way. You don't have to.
I've seen her problem ball is not just the one she's closest to, it's the one that's also
The
where
one
those
next
two
to the
reds
red,
are.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's all about identifying now the pitfalls in this potential out, trying to deal with it quickly. I mean, that ball that I just spoke about, it goes the bottom left really easy if you can get centre table.
Yeah, just the top through. She played that nicely to actually force the white out.
Yeah, it's sort of a stun run through there. It was well played. I'll be wanting to deal with this ball on the side rail as soon as possible. Although it could potentially be the very last ball as well, given that it just links directly to the black in the middle.
I was going to say a bit of an out there shot a second. See, I wouldn't be moving this one now because then the reds go everywhere. She's on about playing this one to the bottom left. I was thinking maybe load up with side the shot before to leave a big angle to play the one down the rail, but for the white to come across and stick to the other yellow.
Yep.
So you've got the bag, leaving no shot on the reds. Oh, she's on this now, is she?
Yeah, she's playing that dodgy one I spoke about.
Oh, and if this yellow goes, then she'll be playing the one down the rail last for the black in the centre, if this one goes.
This right, if this does go, this is actually key shot because she needs to transition to that top ball
Yeah.
neatly.
If she can top through and then come in between the gap of the black and the red, leave herself straight in the top right hand corner, just for stun.
I'm looking at just sliding like just near the middle. Yeah, like this. Oh, okay, you've called it different. I would have liked to have been the other side of the red and have the top yellow.
Oh no, I was playing for the top yellow there. I'd have played that line she's played, but harder, so it's in the top right, just to stun, leave the white where the yellow is, and then play the two balls both in this bottom left-hand pocket.
Yeah, gotcha, yeah.
Whereas now, she's still all right. She's relying on a nice kiss. These ones that you see, I prefer digging into these with a little bit of screw, but that's came out awesome.
Wow, that's Christmas.
Now then, just get yourself an angle.
She's got angle to get on this. We'll need to get into this a bit, and this is one of those ones you can't just slap. You've got to cue it well. Got to get through the ball.
Yeah, you've got to get the spin on, not the pace, because the cushion will just kill.
Yeah, and you don't want the
Yeah.
white ball jumping, so you've just got to get through this nicely. Yep, that's good.
No.
Not enough business. Oh wow, she's come close to the middle there. Just needed a bit of right hand side, didn't she?
So yeah, see, I'd have probably wanted to be a lot firmer than that, and I'd been trying to get up to the bulk line.
Oh, so you're playing for the middle.
I'm playing for the middle there.
See, I'd play for the corner, but I'm
Because I think literally anywhere past the bulk line that side of the table, you're just dropping it in, come to this bottom
Yeah.
quarter of the table, you've got a black in the middle. You've just got to pocket pace this and... Oh,
tell you what, that's a really good shot. Oh no, my eyes are off their head. I thought that was going in.
I thought it was a bit closer than that, but... Now then, Caroline's turn.
I did say there'd be a few twists in this frame. Will there be another, or will
See.
Caroline finish?
Caroline's looking at this awkwardly because she knows that she's got to play the one closest to the rail with a bit of pace, otherwise she's getting nowhere with the white.
I don't think you need to.
But no, I'd play the middle one, or even, well, the middle of the three, should I say.
I don't even touch that. I put this ball in the middle right now that you're close to, and just drift the white ball down into this gap.
It looks really thin when you look at the table. It looks a lot thinner than on the stream.
But even this shot, I prefer.
Yeah.
This is a shot to nothing, if anything. So now you can. Oh, it's the only reason I didn't like moving that ball is a good linking ball to the ball on the rail. You risk playing a little flick out here on the ball on the rail and not landing right.
I think you play the flick and go up for the middle as well. So you run. Oh, I don't like we're top. Oh, that's okay. There we go. That should be that.
Play for the middle now.
Yeah. In fact, I don't.
Why is she playing this up top?
I was going to say, oh, I don't know. Oh wow, this is going to be stiff. What is she doing?
I can't call that stiff. I think that's a terrible option.
Yeah.
You need to widen your angle and get anywhere past the black.
The only thing I can think she was thinking, because I was thinking maybe play for the red in that side as well, because then if you're not, oh wow, then you come in natural. If you leave the white here, then you're just going 2 rails. But the right shots all day long, play it with right hand side and just check it back up for the red in the right centre.
Oh, really? Looks like she's going to steal this match.
I still think there's a twist. And, oh, she's tried to miss it.
That's actually funny because she's played for the corner there and just.
Yeah, she just, yeah.
In the middle.
Oh, I don't like that. That's a great comeback
incredible.
From 6-2 down.
6-2 down to win. And now Rio's all smiles. Whereas if that had been 7-2,
how do you find that with them being close friends as well, doubles partners at state titles? Do they hurt more than someone you don't know when it's a friend like a rival?
It doesn't for me. I find it really hard to play close friends sometimes.
Yeah.
The biggest key for me personally is to get into the zone and forget about the opponent.
Who are you playing? Yeah.
Very hard to do sometimes. But.
Right. Well. It's Lyndall and Rhio in one semi-final. I think they played last year as well. I think Lyndall, it was Colby beat Lyndall that year, wasn't it, last year? Yeah.
Yeah, so now, that match there we just saw, it's just a bit of a warm-up to the new sensation on the block, Bella de Giorgio, and a long-standing, high-level veteran pulling off. Just made her sound so old there.
So she's going to be in the Masters.
Yeah. Veteran. And I'm not far off it myself, actually.
I'm guessing they're going to have 5 minutes now just while they do the tables, or I'm guessing they might give Rhio a couple of minutes. I know Linda will be ready. She's been finished.